And so it begins. What are you telling me, people? What's good? Listen, you didn't even know you needed this, but trust me, you've been waiting for it. This is what the culture needs. This is what the nation needs. This one's for the people. So listen, I'm your host, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge.
It's the Shade Queen, my own royalty.
Your beautiful people is Big Koi defending your right to fuck it up.
What's good, people? It's Disunomics here. I read stuff so you don't have to.
And we are TDA the day after.
Why?
Because everything is better the day after. Food is better the day after. Your perspective is better the day after. And of course, we, the day after, are better, bigger and better. Our interviews, our banter, we are where it's at.
By the way, and that is the same for this platform, The New Black.
You will soon see and hear all about The New Black. But for now, just know that it's the home of Black creatives and their content.
The New Black, in more ways than one, is the vehicle we need as a culture and as a people to document the Black British experience. It will capture the experiences through our lens. This platform will be the arena for dialogues, the factory where creative content is churned out and where creatives get what they rightfully deserve. It will be a home for the greats within our community, a place for the movers and shakers in the world to have a voice without the worry of being slandered or being misquoted. It will be a place of journalistic integrity, a place where all of us feel welcome.
The hard work and effort that made this possible won't be in vain. We live by a saying here, I am because we are. We are only reflecting the talent and greatness already within our community that already is part of the culture.
And we, TDA, the home of popular culture, are the first offering from this brand new platform. So what do you expect? The most candid content ever, a pulpit for the realest shit, okay? A space for the unheard, and of course, guys, a speaking corner for the culture.
This is a place you come to for the daily news, and we'll be breaking it down in a way we only know how. Not that fake front page propaganda from Redacted. We'll be sifting through the BS and giving you the news and telling you what you actually need to know.
And of course, when it comes to gist, we have you covered. You'll be enlightened, educated, and entertained. You're gonna laugh, you may cry, and you'll definitely get a bit angry. But all in all, it's real. This is a safe space where you get tons of shade and no behavior. Do you see what I did there?
Love it. Also, your favorite entertainers and influencers will be rolling through here. But wait. I do have to say this to anyone we have the pleasure of sitting down with. We will not be pandering to you.
All seats are level at TDA. No one is on a pedestal.
And we're going to ask the questions that people want asked and say the things that need to be said.
No one will be pussyfooting around topics.
We ain't in the business of sparing feelings. If you want that, go to them, man. Then. You get me?
And the people will know who you are. Because obviously, if you're making your rounds and you don't drop by the best show in the country, they're going to ask why. So you can't come here lying, because our promise to the people is that we're going to be transparent and we're going to be real.
Simply put, we have a no honesty, get the fuck out policy.
So if you're really about that life and you can say things with your chest and you want to come on the show, email us at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. That's BLXCK. Our team will review it.
So on that note, people, we appreciate you. We love you. Sit back, journey with us. Come along for the ride. This is just the beginning. And there's one thing that we can promise. It really is just the beginning. So follow us on all the social media platforms, yeah? Comment, like, subscribe, sign up to the Patreon, all of that good stuff. Do the same with The New Black. Follow us on The New Black. Let's get these hashtags popping. Hashtag TNB or hashtag The New Black. Or you can hashtag TDA or The Day After. This is it, man. This is the best show on the road. So here's the beautiful Koi with the headlines.
I'm ready for people to not like us for the first couple of months. I'm not putting that into the world. I'm just saying.
Speak for yourself, my guy.
Okay, it's true. I take it back.
So you... Okay.
I'm ready for the world to love me, boy.
Who are you? Introduce yourself.
6 foot plus of pure temptation.
Boy,
Young Marshall
okay.
East Side
Come on.
Bridge, you know what
Light
it
skinned
is.
and that. Mwah.
Okay.
All right, who else is in the building?
It's the Shade Queen, my own royalty.
Oof, sexy. Say that again, though.
Do you know it? Okay.
I say it again, the sexy voice. Go.
The Shade Queen, my own royalty.
Titties are up. Yo, beautiful people, it's Big Koi defending your right to fuck it up, right? We've got another wonderful person in the building.
It's Disunomics How are you people? I read stuff so you don't have to, as my iPad falls out my lap.
I love that. Everybody, how's the day? You guys excited for the first show?
Yeah.
How was your
Amazing
weekend?
scenes.
What did you do for Easter?
I've been working all weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. I didn't even
Working
go
on
to
the
church. I
weekend
watched
as
church though.
usual.
I watched church, but I didn't go into the building.
So mentally, you was there.
Yeah, mentally,
But
spiritually, I
not
was there.
physically.
Yeah. Next week though. What about you? What did you do?
Just ate food and that.
I saw.
Yeah, your food looked so lovely.
Yo,
Come on, man.
your
Honestly,
family
you
gathering
got
looked
invited to the
wavy.
cookout.
This is my family and gatherings is just what we do. But you are our family now anyway, so my next gatherings I'll invite
Yay.
you. So you can come see how we live.
Do you have a
Because it looked
good-looking
really
cousin?
seasoned. I love
The
it.
food
What did you
is
say?
I
good.
said, does he have a good-looking cousin?
Probably somewhere.
I said probably somewhere.
Do you know my
Yeah.
type?
Huh?
Do you know my type?
Available?
Christian, 6
Ah.
foot, dark skin. I started with a Christian. I don't know if I is that much of a. Anyway, okay, cool.
Could you
we'll
date
talk after.
someone? Could you date someone in Islam?
Yeah.
How are you going to say that when she said she wanted Christian? She said
Do you know
Christian.
what it
She said,
is? I'm
would you
so
date-
Nigerian. I was like,
Would you date Buddhist?
don't they date all the time? Christians and Muslims, don't we date all the time? But okay, cool. What about you guys?
I'm good. My weekend was good. I didn't do much. Just church and Sunday, chilled, podcast. That was it.
Do you have a cousin for
The usual.
Esther?
Probably.
He's a Nigerian.
Oh, Nigerian.
Half
is
Nigerian
strong.
at least.
Where would I have Nigerian from?
No, I said half Nigerian. Could be from your side, and then the other half might be another side of the family.
One of my cousins, his dad is I don't think it's Nigerian though.
Oh, African.
Yes, African though.
Okay, all right, we can talk.
Warm up.
Rwanda.
Boy, stop it.
What about you, Disunomics? Were you doing Excel sheets and
Nah, actually, cheeky. I just watched football, went to my mum's to collect some Easter food, podcasted, just kept it.
What team do you support?
United.
Is it?
United what?
I heard it's a hard time.
Like Manchester United?
Yeah,
or-
it's,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's a bit rough right now.
That's bro right there.
Yeah.
Is that who you support as well?
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
okay.
I'm going to start watching. Who's the opposite of Manchester United?
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I think so.
I think I need to bring some balance to this.
No, probably like Manchester City.
Okay. I will look into them and the colour
I'm from the
combination.
same place.
Yeah, Manchester. The key was in the.
United and City.
No, the key was in the Manchester.
Yeah, but he's Manchester United.
Yeah, and Manchester City. You said, are they in the same place?
So guys, you
I'm
want to
just
jump into the episode?
No. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Why does Manchester have two football teams?
Do you know how many teams London have?
How many?
No, I don't watch football.
Crystal Palace is one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is that
Oh,
the
yeah,
same?
yeah.
Chelsea,
I know
Okay,
so
okay,
many
fair
guys that
enough.
told
Oh,
me
yeah,
they
West
played
Ham,
for.
Arsenal.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I
All right.
have a theory about football as well. I think it's really evil.
Sorry, what?
I think football, like the amount of guys that drop out of school to pursue this football
Screaming.
thing and then are left without nothing is very peak. And I think we need to talk about that eventually.
Oh, well, that's on the parents.
Let's get a football on. Rent. That's on the parents.
Yeah.
Because why would you let your child drop out of school to
Because they're
pursue something?
talented. Would
Well-
you say
Are they
that's
though?
Oh. All right, guys, with that.
You always think the best of your kids. Are they?
You need a plan B. You need something to fall back on, innit? So
Exactly.
education.
No, but they take you out of school though to do football full time, no? Like at the age of like 14 and shit. I remember there was a boy
No,
in
you
my
still have to go
school.
to school, and then if you leave like certain academies and stuff, there's schooling there. You could be if they take you out of main school and you go somewhere, there's schooling in
Their
there.
school.
Oh, okay.
You have to learn. You need your education.
Intimidation.
No, you do. It's true. It's vital.
I still think there's something evil there, but we'll talk about it another day. I know too many guys that have been heartbroken by football. Heartbroken.
Did they have a plan B?
There you go. See.
No, I think modelling now.
Oh.
Don't laugh at my man's
I'm never
dreams. Not my man, but not my man, but somebody's man.
That's so
All right,
funny.
guys, we have a lot to jump into. Let's jump into the headlines.
Oh, no.
There's a little something.
Yes.
Guys, today is the day I decide I need to know Priti Patel's villain origin story.
Yeah.
Because the level of dislike for people that are not British
She's hurt.
is too strong. It's actually too strong. And her
Yeah.
name is Priti. Anyway, we'll jump into
She's
it.
pretty. She's got an ugly person. She's an ugly soul.
I know, but Skepta says she's thick.
Is it?
I don't
Is
know.
she?
I swear he tweeted something about
No,
how
he just
she-
tweeted a picture.
Oh, so I'm adding.
Yeah.
Skepta,
So
I'm
she's
so
a thick.
sorry. I really, really like you. I wonder.
No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen.
Not
what
false
he's-
news.
I haven't seen the picture he tweeted, so I don't know what he's seen. But
But it's all
So
right.
she's thick then or she's not?
Have you seen her? She goes on raids. She goes on raids with the police.
Do you know how
No,
excited
she's
you have
so-
to be to do that? Do you know? Do you know
That is
how
such a pathetic vibe.
excited?
She actually goes on glides, bro. Like,
She goes on the guides.
What a
Like,
sad
she
little
ain't
life.
just happy
Like,
hearing.
yeah.
Listen, I don't
What a
just want to
sad
hear what happened to these ops.
little
I want to
life.
see like
The heck?
No.
How'd you get them?
boots on the ground.
Like, are you aggressive
like-
enough? Hey, there's one there. Get him. There's a kid right there.
No,
Alright.
she's rude.
Guys, let's be as balanced as possible. Let's go into a
Okay,
bit of the science
alright.
of this, right? So they've announced that there's a Rwanda asylum plan.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard Britain even pronounce the word Rwanda, like
Yeah.
in my life, right? So this could potentially cost us 120 million.
Hmm.
With inflation, right? Like things are already peak right now. But the whole idea of the plan is that when asylum seekers come to this country,
Yeah.
there's a chance that they will be immediately shipped to
Escorted off the
Rwanda.
premise. Okay.
Yeah, so I have like a lot of thoughts on this, but I wanted to hear what you guys thought. And there's a couple more facts that I'll throw in there just to keep things spicy.
And where they going now? Hotel or Rwanda?
Oh,
Please.
sir.
So worse than my football question.
Sir.
No, just because.
Nah.
I had that written down on my thing. Bro.
Nah. The thing is that, no, we're not smart. This is scary.
No, wait,
Honestly,
no,
me too.
okay, no, on a serious note, because
Yeah.
obviously you're the one with the information. So,
Mm.
how did
Asking me questions. Asking me questions.
how did Rwanda get roped into all of this?
No,
Like,
that's
obviously-
what I'm saying. Like, I think the audacity to treat Rwanda as your back garden where you can dash away the people who don't want living in your yard is crazy.
Do they still own them? Like, from like slavery time?
That's the thing. I don't think they do. Isn't everyone independent now? Like Great Britain is just great in name, like you know what I mean, in name now. Like it's not doesn't
I don't even
own
know,
half
man.
the world.
Okay, and you know what you've got to take in, yeah? Because
Yeah.
obviously people are talking about Ukrainian refugees and stuff
Oh, yeah.
because the war's going on, rare. But this is saying this is for all immigrants and migrants or refugees and migrants, or whatever, people who are across the English Channel,
Yes,
innit?
yeah.
So this ain't just nothing.
This is not
ain't
just not
like
Ukraine.
this is like anybody
Anybody.
that tries to come here is going
Yeah, in theory.
Rwanda.
Yeah, in theory. But you know these things usually affect a certain type of person more. So in my head, if I was like the immigration officer, Priti Patel's cousin or whatever, and I'm there and I'm deciding who gets to go, I wouldn't be surprised if there's even a colour scheme.
Yeah.
If
No,
you're
but-
on this side of the shade,
Spot a Nigerian
then
and
yeah, you can come and
off they
stay
go.
in Kent, and then if you're not, then
Yeah.
Rwanda. I
No,
wouldn't.
but
be
you can't
surprised.
be bending the rules. It can't be like, oh, some of
It's
you
not
are going to
bending
get
the
in and
rules.
some of you are going Rwanda. They're saying anybody they catch is going Rwanda.
Yeah, but they say that to the public, but in reality, would that really be the case?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to let people through because of remember Brexit and stuff. Anyway, so remember immigration and stuff has been a issue for the past however many years and that.
I
Mm.
heard that, but I feel like if people are going to be able to stay to some degree, I feel like because even with justice or whatever, like okay, if you commit a crime, you go to prison, but you find it affects some people more than it affects others.
Mm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens with this bill or whatever. But yeah. So the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has said that this is an attempt to shift responsibility and claims that this is unacceptable and a breach of international law. So people are upset. But you see these organizations, do they really have that much power? They release PR statements and stuff, but do they shame you into doing stuff or do they actually have power?
I don't think they have power. I think they're just people that just ranting. It's like my tweets. It's just it's
noise.
more professional Twitter.
I think those are they're having powerful conversations through back channels and stuff like that. Like politics is mad, innit? So
Mm.
I don't
So
know.
you think Rwanda's making money?
100.
They
They
have to.
be. They have to be.
But do you know what?
The
Like,
governor president over there saw the people out.
Ain't there like somewhere closer they could have got them to? Like, are they saying like you need to just go as far away
Away as possible from
Like,
the
is
UK.
this what they're saying?
and with asylum seekers, do you not get to like?
You can't pick. 'Cause
No,
you-
I get you can't pick, but isn't the point that eventually when everything goes calm, you get to go back home?
Nah, typically they
Nah.
can't go back home. That's why you can't
Oh.
ever go back home.
That's okay. Let's just pretend we're like an immigrant for a second. Do you know how rattling that is?
Yeah, that's mad. To leave your home and never be able to return.
And then you thought you were gonna get like biscuits and tea, and now I don't know
What
what
do
they
they
eat in
eat in
Rwanda.
Rwanda?
I don't know what they eat in Rwanda, but yeah, I don't know. And imagine if you're a racist immigrant.
I can't lie to you, Serge, you're right. You can't have two struggles at once. You can't be racist and be seeking help. You deserve that.
Like,
You need to go wherever they put
the
you.
shock is going to be
What a
mad.
cheek.
The shock is going to be mad.
You know what? They might actually be a caste system. They might actually be allowed to pick and choose who they let in. You know?
I
I've
reckon
been
they are.
telling you this.
I reckon they will.
No, because some of the language it's not. Like,
It's very
It's not
vague.
definite, innit?
It's very vague. It's very vague.
When it's saying like the Rwandan government, which could mean any adult who comes into the UK without authorization via train, boat, or plane could be considered for relocation to Rwanda. When you're saying could be considered, that means you're not definitely.
Exactly. You're not really
or there's some
considering,
sort of qualifying basis, and every time a qualifying basis, what comes into it? Biases.
And because they've used language here, they say, look, via train, boat, or plane. They've messed themselves up because what if I swam?
I hate this
Do you
guy.
get what I'm saying? No, because if I swam, I'm not eligible for Rwanda, bro.
Better swim back.
I'm just letting you know.
One thing though, because obviously I'm trying to be a little bit not balanced because I don't really believe in that, but I don't really pick a side. But Britain is tiny.
Yeah, wow.
Like realistically, an amount of pasta that they've caused around the world, I get that there's a lot of people that are thinking we're going to come back to sender, but Britain is a really tiny place, and we've been living off branding for a second now. Like
branding,
as in like. Bare kids can't read. Like bare people are hungry. We have footballers having to do the government's work. This country is what?
Huh? Sorry.
You didn't know a fact?
No, I'm reading.
He's just catching up. He's just catching up today, guys. We had a whole briefing yesterday. But he just what? Brent, what you putting in?
No, I'm just saying what the government are taking the liberty.
Yeah. Like for real.
Sorry, my bad.
No, but I'm saying it's a small country, so like they can't take in everyone. That I get. But I would say there's two solutions. Stop causing problem first
of all.
Yeah. Secondly, you're going to have to take the L a little bit because if you are causing problems to a degree, to be fair, I would like Disunomics to chime in on this because you are like the king of facts that I don't read about. So what's your take?
It's kind of despicable, isn't it? So
Despicable?
It's despicable. So what it is actually targeting males. Single males.
Oh, is it?
So this is not meant to be shipping off like kids and women. So if you're like a single male, you come through on a young speedboat or whatever, and they bag you, they're just gonna like divert your route to Rwanda. And obviously they've agreed with Rwanda. They haven't even gone deep into the plan yet. So a lot of ministers they've legit admitted that we don't even know how much this is gonna cost us. So we don't even know that if this is an efficient method. We just don't want these youths here. But that's basically what they're saying.
Mad.
And obviously, in my humble opinion, of course, the Rwandan government will be for it because they're just going to use that money to like invest back into their pockets, their mistresses, Chanel bags.
I'm tired.
And stuff like that. So yeah, it's really, really horrible because we were talking before. Imagine like you're cutting from, I don't know, like Ukraine and you think you're going to, like, do you know what I mean? Go work in London, maybe start at Subway and then maybe move up to somewhere else and then you wake up, but you're just cutting grass in Rwanda. Like, it's just,
and that's why it's crazy because you can apply for refugee status in the country, isn't it?
What, in Rwanda?
In like say that to England, you can't. But what they're saying is now with this deal is that even if you get a successful application for refugee status in England,
first flight,
you can end up in Rwanda.
Facts.
And then and they're saying hopefully you can be qualified in Rwanda. Big man, I tried to come to the UK.
I don't want to be qualified.
My boat went to the UK. Rwanda's offer directly.
No,
what do you mean?
No,
Like,
100.
I have to now do another UCAS application in Rwanda.
It's mad.
Yeah.
And the population low in Rwanda or something?
I don't know.
Did you say they're sending men there or?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Maybe the population
My
is low and
thing
needs
is
to,
that I think that's very sticky.
Get it going.
I don't think that's very, very sticky. I feel like, how are they going to acclimatize? How are they going to be treated? Is this backwards slave trade? Like, is this like taking them back? Like, how are they going to be received?
12 million people in Rwanda.
12 million?
Yeah.
How many people in the UK?
Like 70.
Anyway, maybe they needed a bit of help. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, I'm not mad that Rwanda's making a bit of money, but I think this is traumatizing to like anyone.
But then I think though, if you're asylum seeker, like you just want to get away.
You want to get away. Yeah.
So you probably
but bro,
I know.
To be fair, a lot of people are leaving situations that's
wild.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the thought of England and everything that comes with it and the luxury and benefits and stuff.
It's not that great over here.
But for the most part, you just want to get away, be safe.
I love you lot's takes. Appreciate you. Let's move on to the next thing.
I love this. Oh, don't start that. Don't start that.
I had to really talk to my ancestors before I came on the show.
Listen.
He's offended.
Smoke and mirrors, that is, man.
Nah, it's alright. Big misunderstanding.
We're here to change the narrative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying
Actually, do you know what?
Push
I
it.
will
Which one
say,
gets more views?
because your story with the food and stuff, you had Afrobeats in the background.
It was well
So-
placed though. It felt a bit forced. It was giving it.
No, that's
I didn't even realize, but you lot,
No, because we're backing you. That's why
we're backing you.
But
I back you.
when? What happened with me?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, in general.
In general.
No,
the
you're saying
cultures.
women should be cheated on.
No, I meant Africans.
Whoa.
Should be cheated on.
No, I mean.
That's the clip. That's the teaser going out.
We gotta change this narrative. You
No,
get me?
Margs loves Africans.
I done my ancestry.com as well.
And what are you, Nigerian?
No.
What?
I feel
Everyone's
like Sierra
Nigerian.
Leone, if anything.
Hmm?
Sierra Leone?
Nah, East Africa though. He's got the cheekbones.
You know what? I'm gonna get it so we can go through it properly.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
Alright.
Should we go through it?
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, we
Should we do that?
We have a
It's not
segment.
gonna be
Where's
mine.
Margs
It's
from?
gonna be my mum's, but I suppose it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
innit?
so, yeah.
Half, yeah.
Half of you.
Boy, they're gonna put us on the watch list when we're finished.
Guys, let's jump into a juicy segment called "What You Saying."
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Boy?
I think I'm ready for love. But okay, no, but
You said that fair.
But do you know what? This is actually a very different nature. That was a horrible
Yeah.
segue because what we're about to talk about is something that I think everyone has strong feelings on.
Yep.
So the ongoing Mark Cuban conversation.
Mhm.
Esther's face is serious. She's ready. So I'll give everyone a bit of background if you haven't
Yeah.
already seen. So on Trend Central, they have a show called Full Disclosure, which I actually think is very, very, very entertaining.
Mhm.
But there was the last episode had Esther, Lani, and I believe someone called Bianca who
Yeah.
made like a late entry, and they talk about how they feel like they've been mistreated and abused by Mark Cuban. This includes trigger warning. I don't know what the rules are for that, but it includes physical abuse,
Mhm.
Intimidation,
Manipulation.
financial abuse
yeah.
as well. Like Twitter swindler, but different shade ish. And
Okay.
way less. I don't know. I'm guessing way less money as well.
The
But,
Nigerian version.
mm.
But
But yeah.
419, but yeah.
Sorry,
So-
there's no criminal proceedings or anything
So
happening.
Lani put something up on her socials about how she's reported it as a crime. But I'm not sure exactly if she specifies exactly what she's
Yeah.
reporting. But you know, a lot of people are speculating that it is about the nudes that were shared.
But apparently, though, he's also, is it like Clear's Law, I think it's called? And that's to do with
That came up in
domestic.
Was it on the Twitter Spaces? What was the name of the Twitter
Yeah,
Spaces?
and
Something with Ash. Talks with
there's
Ash.
that recorded 18 women who's allegedly abused. So I guess the police kind of do know there was something about it.
Yeah. So that's the timeline. The timeline is that there was this conversation. After that, there was a Twitter Spaces. Then I think Michael Modern kind of came out in support
Yeah,
and
he
has
was.
since come out
That
to
was
like
too
distance
fast.
himself. Do you know what's crazy?
Came out in support and said what?
He's
He
like,
was
oh, when
like,
they're trying to keep a good person down.
when you're a good looking black, something along the lines of, do I need to say allegedly? In fact, allegedly over everything.
You know, they're
Because
allegedly
I don't know
the
if
start of the
Brett is
episode
paying
to
for
the
my
end.
legal fees. But yeah, he came out in support and then he distanced himself from he apologized. He was like, hopefully
Yeah.
you guys can forgive me. And then all the ladies talk a lot about how they've spoken to so many people. And I will say, I really loved how Esther handled herself in the conversation.
Okay.
You could see that I thought, oh, okay, do you have a different point of view?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
We'll jump.
Yeah,
We'll jump back and forth.
Mm.
Boys, feel free to jump in. I know it's techie waters, but yeah, essentially, I feel like it seems like she's done a lot of healing. I feel like something like that is super traumatic.
Yeah.
And it seems like she's done quite a bit of healing. That's what I thought was impressive. about-
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you lot feel, obviously, conversations like that need to take place and it's important.
Mhm.
innit?
Yeah.
And obviously, whatever platforms you've got to use them to utilize them. All right, cool. But if something like that is happening in real time, and there's criminal cases going on and stuff like that, is that conversation supposed to be happening? Are they supposed to be doing all that, talking about that? Is that the right time?
So
for them to be
Lani,
doing it?
I think Lani did it after the show. So apparently
Yeah.
this was recorded like about a year ago. So that wasn't English. This was recorded about a year
Mhm.
ago. So I feel like that kind of gave Lani, in a sense, you can think of it like that conversation gave
Give her
her
the
the confidence to go
Mm.
forward with.
Very
So
true.
that already shows why conversations in the public eye, as rattling as they can be, is important. And all of a
Mhm.
sudden, like girls are feeling more confident talking because apparently he has a history, allegedly, of going for women with influence. And obviously, women with influence, if you go through something like that, you may just not want to put that out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Esther did say that
Yeah.
she never told anyone. And I think it was until, because he had a whole situation last year with like Clubhouse and whatever. And there was another lady that spoke to her friend, Aria. I think she was on Backchat as well.
Yes, yeah.
So then she called Esther like, oh, I've just heard this madness kind of thing. And then that's when she was like, actually happened to me as well kind of thing. So I guess, I mean, I wouldn't think that you should be talking about these things if there is a criminal situation going on. But I don't think
It's
investigation.
not going to help the case at all.
It wouldn't, but I don't think they had filed anything. I don't think
it was
any of them
after.
filed anything.
Yeah.
So
this is my
it's
point.
only now Lani's just filed something.
But this is my point that I'm trying to make. Something's happening. There's something serious, isn't it? And it's like you could at least attempt to stop it or go to the police and get it dealt with. Or no one hasn't filed anything, but you sat in front of cameras to have conversations to talk about it.
So
I get you. You're talking about spreading awareness and stuff, but my thing is like, ain't no one tried to stop this? Like, you tried to fix this, if that makes sense.
Do you know what I think when it comes to like stuff like that, people react in different ways. And I think that when you're trying to heal, because Esther did say she was going to therapy.
She went to therapy.
Yeah. So I feel like when you're trying to heal from something, there's different ways to kind of deal with it. And I know that with black women women in general, but I'm black, so black women going to report stuff to the police, they don't really take it seriously, or they need you to have some kind of evidence. But when all of this has happened, this is like a previous relationship, or we've broken up now 6 months, there's always this fear of they're not going to take you seriously. So I guess for them, it was just, that's their way of raising awareness within their community. Because Esther did say that she wouldn't have never been open to talking about this. She didn't even tell her friends what she was going through. But for her, it was a case of, this is the best way I know how to spread awareness about it.
Because sometimes it's not about, it's like, what is your goal? Is your goal for your abuser to go to prison, or is your goal to help other women know that this person is
dangerous,
not someone you should go to? And I think their goal...
It should be both.
It's hard to do both, because you need to understand, like, if I come to you now and I say, someone's hit me, really, all you have in that moment is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes numbers make power as well. Like, sitting with 3 women and all of them saying similar stories, or talking about, oh yeah, he was in your car. Like, it just gives more validity in the public.
And I hear what you're saying. It's not my place to even question like that. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if you came to me and told me someone hit you, I could, like, if you went and found the strength to have the conversation and go on a platform and talk about it, obviously I can appreciate that and understand that it's difficult for you. But I would also be looking at saying, before you went and to use this platform,
what did you do?
Yeah, why didn't you go and find the strength to go and tell the police, like, and deal with the the issue? Like, is going on the platform and making content the right thing here when something serious is going on? Like, ain't you supposed to be doing serious stuff? This is what I'm asking. I mean, I'm just saying.
No. I hear it, because I think that we do have I think it's just the generation we're in, that where we're at in society today, where people do want that public justice kind of thing. But I do think that when it comes to the police thing, I can get why not everyone is confident to go to the police, because the reaction you get is not, they're not well equipped, and you don't always get the response that you really need. And I think sometimes with abuse as well, you don't realize you're in an abusive situation until, like, you've left the situation. Yeah. So it could be months where you've left, and then now it's like, oh, actually, this wasn't normal. This wasn't normal. Even if it's someone hitting you, the way abusers talk, they're very manipulative. So the way they talk, he's gonna make you either blame you for what he did, or just make you think he's never gonna do that again. Yeah. So it's difficult in that, when you're in a situation, to think, I'm gonna go and report this to police.
It's weird because people are always gonna pass their opinions, and for me, it's like the delivery system, because obviously, like you're saying, like, these platforms are here and they're supposed to be utilised, and women should be able to have a voice to say what they're saying and stuff like that. And there's serious issues, but at the same time, regardless of what it's about, how it's been packaged up to me, it's been delivered as content.
But I think that's a reflection, because here's the thing, I personally feel like sometimes it makes sense to talk to people in a way that they understand. Like, people have tried several different ways to talk about abuse, whether it's tweets, and we know we respond to only certain things. Gory details. If somebody says I got beat up, that's one thing. If someone says I got beat up and there's pictures,
and there's
we're way
videos
more responsive to that. Like, come on, like, let's think about the world we live in and the kind of things that people respond to. We live in a world where we can see someone get decapitated on Twitter and scroll on and laugh about a meme. Do you know what I mean? I think it's about the content thing. I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people would have been responsive if it was a tweet or whatever, but I think way more people were responsive with this kind of... So it depends on you. This thing, I also think how hard it was for them to talk about it. It doesn't seem like a fun fit. It doesn't seem like anyone really won in this kind of situation. I love the fact that Lani feels more powerful to go and report it. I love that she was able to address the Bianca girl about her nudes and all of that. All of this leads into... Pardon?
So that was foul as well. But yeah.
Bianca was very unpopular on Twitter.
And rightly so.
And the maddest thing, she really... I think the way she came on was to minimise her doing anything that would be viral. But she came across as, like, villain origin story, but
I hate
there's
it.
a bigger villain to deal with.
Yeah, and that's what's sad because she herself as well, she's a victim.
Yeah, she is.
But I can't lie to you, my empathy towards her is capped because of what she did.
Yeah.
And I feel like regardless of whatever situation you're in, based on what she did, someone sent her Lani's nude and she passed on to her male friends. Why would you do that?
The knowledge was that Lani, the belief that they seem to articulate was that Lani or news
She
get sent around
yeah.
all the time kind of thing.
And I think what got me as well,
that
like,
would break my heart.
I would have slapped. Because my thing is, yeah, you can say you made a mistake. You can say you made a mistake, yeah. Then Lani said to her, why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
She said, because the nude was funny.
He said,
are you okay?
The thing is, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are you saying? The problem is that she sent it to guys, or that she sent it to
parents? The nude on it. You shouldn't send people's nudes to other people. Bad enough that you received it anyway, and it wasn't from the person who took the picture.
Yeah.
But then to pass on because you think it's funny, that's a crime, man.
Do sometimes.
Yeah, but we don't hold people accountable for all that kind of stuff. People do that stuff all the time. When you see a man getting his stuff robbed or getting punched up in the club and all that, he's not share it with people. And it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? Because I mean, we don't hold people accountable to that kind of stuff. It's social media. It's that day and age. Like things get shared. Is it that villainous? Like,
I think it is.
If she genuinely thought it was funny, that is is it that vindictive and horrible?
I think it is. Especially as a woman.
It's already out there already as well. It's not like I never stole this picture and leaked it. I'm not breaking the news.
Yeah, but then it's already out there, but you don't have to take part in
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this right. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, is it that?
I think it is. And I think especially as a woman, because women are very sexualized and objectified, and she should never. I think that's very disgusting.
It was definitely, even if it's something that we don't hold people to account every single time, okay, that's a thought that we have to take on, right?
Yeah.
But it was definitely wrong to send someone's nudes further on. I think for her, and also I think one thing that manipulators do is suggest that you are the top of the hierarchy. So it seemed like he gave these different women different, like, because the way he spoke about it, he was like, he said to Bianca something about Esther, about how I'm just using her to get further. So it was like he made Bianca feel like she was the real one. Do you know what I mean? And everybody else is the hierarchy thing again. The what do you call it? Scheme or whatever.
Pyramid scheme.
The pyramid scheme again. Do you know what I mean? But way more sinister. So I kind of just feel like she, in that situation where someone is starving you of oxygen, then giving you a little bit, then starving you, you're just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna play my role of being the slightly more important girl. I think there's many ways in which we can sympathize with her, but I think that act in itself, it was wrong. And also sitting across from the girl, I don't know, I kind of got a sense of there was a lack of ratings for Lani.
And I was going to say that.
100.
That's what I was going to say.
And the thing about Lani, I actually find her like quite likable, just in terms of her honesty. And she comes across like quite, I don't know,
like very like, the world is great.
Like dangerously naive. I don't know. But from the beginning, like in every room, there's a hierarchy.
And you know what? That's why when you said about the Esther thing, I pulled a face because I felt like you guys are having this conversation because you've all been victims to the same guy, right?
Yeah.
And you've all experienced some kind of hurt and pain or trauma from this guy. But it felt as if like, even in that situation, you're still trying to undermine someone else's experience. So they're like, oh, you were only with him for like 6 weeks. I was with him for X amount of years. I've known him since 2018. Okay, but you all got played. And you all got... do you know what I mean? Like,
I hear that. But Esther says she was slapped. She was in a relationship where she was financially abused.
Yeah.
So I do feel like it's not crazy for Esther to think my trauma is...
No, that's fine. But she looked at Lani in a way of...
Why are you here?
Why are you here? And also, like... You get played by guys, like, because we know what Lani's situation has been in the past year.
Yeah.
She looked at her like, she just looked at her as less of link to Mark than anyone else was. And when she said about the like, you send your news to everybody, I just think it's the way she looked at her, she did not take her seriously as a woman. Anyway,
Ain't that human nature though? It's like, come on, man, you can't be comparing our plight.
No, but not when you're sitting here talking about.
You can't.
But not when you're sitting here and you're all a victim of something. I think that was.
You feel like we should all be in this space, like I get what you mean.
Humble yourself, innit? Humble yourself.
Yeah, like don't think of me as less of a woman.
But
because you think that because you've healed and you came in a suit and I've got cleavage out. That's what she looked like because she had a blazer on and Lani just had a nice
There's
little
definitely
two-piece.
hierarchies, but I've seen this in Hollywood films where there's like a man has multiple wives in it. The one with full kids feels like she has more entitlement to my man than to my man's story than somebody else. So
a good thing
shout
I
out
think
Hollywood
that the production did, because they all came out at the same time, it kind of drew a line of demarcation. So like people can't feign, especially from the man's perspective.
Yeah.
You can't now say, oh, man didn't know. Like you do know now. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So if you're still pally, you're
Yeah.
still defending, you're still perpetuating what he's got going on, then you can't say that you're allied to this thing. Do you get it? So,
No, 100%.
yeah, so I
And
think
you
that's
know what's crazy? There's a step two, because now Mark Cuban's come out and said he wants to do sit down with the ladies and do a full disclosure.
We don't
where
care.
he says his point of view is.
Sir,
I don't even think I don't know how that will benefit the women in any way, shape, or form. Like in any way, shape,
and
or
he
form.
don't care about the women.
Man said I want to tell you why I'm actually.
Like,
I want to tell you why I'm a dickhead.
But
The
we
heck?
will keep across this as far as remains important to everyone. And yeah, let's move on to our next headline. Fuck it. Cool. Okay, so we got another headline, you guys. But this one's actually, in fact, our headlines have been quite sad. So this one, 6 people have been stabbed in London over Easter weekend.
Mad.
So I don't know really how to break into this. It's incredibly sad, but I don't know if this is particularly unusual. I feel like
it's usual, but I think because of the time of the year it is, where it's like different religious
have come together.
Yeah, like
And
different religious
events are happening at the same time. Yeah,
events are happening.
Ramadan,
Easter.
Passover, Easter.
Yes,
Oh
I feel
my
like that's
God.
why
Should have gone to
they're
church. Sorry.
screaming.
Sorry.
You can go next week.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why they're kind of highlighting it.
Sorry, has that
It's kind of propaganda,
has that happened before?
What? All of
Has it been like Chris?
Oh, we've
Has it been
synced up.
has it been Easter, Passover, and Ramadan all at the same time before?
Not that I know of, 'cause I think it's a bit of
it's a rare occurrence.
yeah.
Because I'm sure they usually have their own
Yeah.
time.
the whole
innit?
time.
Yeah. Everyone usually has that.
Yeah, people were doing up Lent. Ramadan was going
They should have
on.
threw a festival this year.
Screaming.
Well,
No,
and
this would have been
everybody-
time.
Headline by ASAP.
And everyone's
Bye. Good night.
This would have been time to bring the world together and show some unity. Actually,
I do think that the role that faith and church plays in this, like religious organizations play in this world, they're not. I don't know. I'll say this, to my mum. I don't know if it's wrong to say this, but I don't know if they're doing enough in terms of like bringing about unity and.
they
stuff
do
like that.
enough. They bring about all the war and division.
Screaming.
But this is what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. This it
Yes, that's
should
the
be a
theme for this
place of.
episode.
It
War
should
and
be.
fights.
I was saying this to my mum, like, because I think I was talking about. Let me not even come and get myself in trouble. But I was talking to my mum. I was like, "Yo, I feel like there should be a place where people go for refuge and understanding, and the fact that this a massive holiday.
Like a church, you mean?
No, yeah, but like they should be open to everyone.
No, they do one actually. Because
Okay,
it gets
tell me.
announced to my church, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
No, man, I know
but
churches do
it's like
it, but
a
I'm talking
prayer.
about
It's
the
like a
faith.
prayer day. No, but
Yeah.
it's like different people from different faiths come together.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's once a year, but I do remember hearing about it last year.
Do you know the only thing I've seen like that was when which famous boxer passed away?
Oh,
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
And when he did, yeah, he had like Buddhist. He had so many different religions kind of on top of it. You know, what do you call it?
His
Running
coffin.
his
No.
his funeral. And I don't know, it looked really beautiful. And I'm not saying anyone should water down their thing, but I'm just like, yeah, maybe
Come
it
together,
needs to be a
guys.
bit more of a presence
Yeah.
rather than rules. But anyway, let me not get myself in trouble because I've been upset.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think that headline is propaganda. Have I used that right?
Yes.
Propaganda.
Thank you.
How do you mean?
Because I just think this happens all the time. I'm not saying it's not significant because it happens all the time. I just think it's just
No solutions. Just
like,
clickbait.
you just want people to just be like, oh, at such a time like this, like why is this happening? But
You know,
it
at
happens
one
all the
point
time.
I thought that knife crime stopped. Like it was after uni.
yeah.
After uni, and I just felt like, because I wasn't in the age range anymore in it, so I wasn't really hearing about anything. And I just realized the newspapers kind of choose when they want to push.
it's media.
Yeah.
innit? And
This
it's
media.
right,
Yeah,
it's
'cause it's
their
always
agenda is what they're
happening,
pushing in
isn't
your face. It's like how heavy it was a few weeks ago. We could see was war Ukraine. Right? If you don't know and go and do your due diligence, you might think that that's stopped now
Because it's
they're
it's
reporting it,
still
yeah.
going.
So then, are we lazy as consumers? Then
Absolutely.
we should definitely be doing more independent,
What research and stuff.
and stuff on just stuff that's happening in the world rather than relying on the news. Because I remember when I was younger, my dad used to be like, "Watch the news. It's where all the information's at."
Yeah, but you can't. You're not gonna get all the information in it because they're drip feeding what they're giving you. So when they're telling you 6 people were stabbed over the weekend in London, yeah, you're not gonna go and find out that more people were stabbed in the weekend in Ireland or in Glasgow. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you're not gonna go and do that due diligence. You're just gonna take what it's given to you. So when they're doing their scaremongering and stuff, it's hard to escape it or go around and make your own sense of it. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones. It's a bit difficult.
And even your stuff you read, like if you watch the news as well, each channel would have whatever fits into the narrative that they want to push out. So
Yeah,
you would never
regionally,
really
like-
find the conspiracy YouTube videos to get the real truth.
Luckily, none of the victims. It seems like none of them passed away.
Okay, that's good.
So
No life-threatening injuries.
thank God. Yeah.
That's because God was on their side. Man.
Yeah.
It was a holy time.
Taken up.
It's
Yeah,
an extra
but-
health bar because it's Passover and that. But I think like these type of things happen all the time. Like all the time.
Mm.
So I don't really like when it's this week or this month we've seen a rise in knife crime. It is a issue that goes on consistently.
Constantly.
And
So
do you
you've got
think
to
that-
look at the consistent reasons for these issues
Yeah.
rather than kind of popping up every couple of months to
Yeah.
talk about it. Do you get it?
Do you think are they doing anything about it? Because I think that
I
it's
don't
easy
think
to be
so.
like, yeah, they're not doing anything about it. But do you feel like they are? Like when I say they, I don't know who I'm talking about.
The powers that be.
Religion or the government or just but like, because I know like communities do their little part. They definitely do their part. But
Yeah, I don't think the government has a.
Can you do any? Can you do something? Like if
There's nothing you can do. Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like it sounds cool, but like with anything, like it's like life's all about balance. It's like there's yin and yang in it. There's opposite ends of the spectrum
Mm.
for it to. Like everything has its place in
Mm.
society. You get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? Like whether we like it or not. And it's just like when things get too bad, you have to bring it under control. But it's just to help public opinion, to help them get their votes. To it all boils.
Margs
back
don't believe
down-
in nothing.
No, because it's the truth. It just
Love it.
all boils down to like politics and stuff, like
Yeah.
and all of these things. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so crime's gonna be there, innit? But crime has to be there for there to be a police force. Police force are there to enforce these things for the government. Like it all suits
plays
each other,
into
innit?
each other.
And it's only when things become unsavory, like, oh no, that's looking too bad.
Mm.
Let's be seen to address it. But at the same time, they're not gonna address it because they're not gonna eradicate homelessness,
Yeah.
poverty, starvation. Like none of these things. We have to live simultaneously with them. We're not even gonna eradicate COVID. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we've got to live with all these stuff. It's all part and parcel of it. Like, it's not. I think you just have to just take it with a pinch of salt and just understand what it is.
Yeah.
Like, even when they're feeding you the information, don't just digest it all
Yeah.
and just take it for what it is. You just have to just make the sense out of the nonsense. Understand, like, a lot of the things when they tell you, there's a reason why they tell you. Innit?
Yeah.
It's because they want to evoke certain feelings and emotions and actions in you. Innit?
Yeah.
You get me?
I agree with Mars to the extent that you have to have certain, like, there's gonna be, if you pick 100 random people, like 5 of them are gonna be wrong uns. Like, no matter where you are, it's just the law of averages. However, it's all about scale, right? And I think, for example, if we look at Hackney and we compare Hackney to Kensington, the crime levels will be completely different. And that's because of the things Mark said, like
Yeah.
inequality, poverty, lack of opportunities, homelessness, lack of resources. So that's kind of one of the main ways you can potentially reduce it, because the less you earn, the more likely you are to get into crime.
Yeah.
If you're not from a 2-parent home, the more likely you get to crime. So those are type of things that you can address, but crime will always exist.
Yeah. I did a crime today, but no, I heard that. I did a crime today, but I heard that. And I hope those guys are, they heal and stuff. But what if they would have, anyway?
What if they don't want to heal?
No, not that. But like, it was a fight. I don't know. Let me not cover it. I don't know, because every time there's a victim, you assume that like they are the victim, innit? So
Yeah.
if they get stabbed, you think they're the victim.
So what if they took the
You know,
L?
But what if
They
they
started it.
Yeah, like you
And they
never
took the L.
know.
Yeah, you never know, man.
But obviously, I still hope that they're okay. I'm not saying don't be okay. My mum, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's jump to the next thing. Fuck it up.
I love it.
I get it. Yo, this segment is called Word on Road.
Word on road.
Headed up by my sister and Esther. Go on.
Yep. So the streets are talking. So Dottie, who is a presenter, she was on BBC, currently on Apple Music. She's such a character. I absolutely love her. So some kind of tea. People did some investigations.
Yeah, this is
I think
tea.
We need to have more people working in the criminal sector, because the way people put 2 and 2 together, people are doing great jobs.
Guys, I really like this tea. Like, I really liked it.
When I started, thinking,
Why was
saying
I
this,
so
though.
interested? I'm ashamed of how interested
Yeah,
I was in
yeah. I
this.
feel like I gossip.
Like,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But so basically, it's alleged that she is now dating Jordan Brienne. She was on Love Island, wasn't she?
That's what I thought our guest was.
What, Jordan?
Yeah, like
I'm not doing this. Not doing this. So, not doing this.
But then I wasn't sure you looked at this. First of all, I was looking forward to whoever.
Because I kept saying he during the phone call, babes.
Babe, I was like, I just was shocked that we have anyway.
Okay. So yeah. So basically what it was, people are speculating that they're together.
Mhm.
And they know this because I think they were both at Coachella, but also like a holiday where, you know when someone takes a picture, then someone else puts a picture out, but it's you guys both stood in the same
place.
Place.
That's how I'm gonna drop my babe.
Yeah.
My announcement.
Oh, is it?
Are they moving like they're paid up?
Yeah, because basically,
bro. That's how man get back.
you are spreading bad news here. But basically, also Jordan kind of posted a picture of like a dinner, like an intimate dinner. You know when you have them dinners on the beach and it's got like a nice little floaty tent thing and it's red ambiance, beautiful.
Floaty tent.
Please don't. You get the gist.
Wasn't she on Love? Is she openly gay?
She's on Love Island.
I know, actually.
I didn't know she was.
I didn't know
if
she
this
was.
is true, I didn't know she was into women.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay.
So so we kind of put the pictures together, all that kind of stuff, and they're saying it. So what I really want to, so basically Dossie was married, right? Like married, thing on they
And
got
the
kids
pictures
together.
were beautiful. Like
Sorry, what?
Yeah, they got
Dottie.
kids together with a woman like adopted them. No, actually no.
If you don't,
I don't know the ins
out
and
of here
outs.
right now, Marks.
I don't know the
If you
ins and
don't-
outs.
No, he's
If
not
you
giving me
don't
information.
leave-
I'm taking it. I'm
If
digesting
you
on the
don't
fly.
leave this
I'm
room
sorry. I'm so
right
sorry.
now.
My bad. I should have put this on the
Bro.
sheet.
First it was the
Sorry, I
Africans.
should have put this on the doc.
First it was the Africans.
Babe, listen. I'm
Now it's the
sorry.
women.
You look at me like I had to ask.
I am glad you're on camera.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Good.
Because that reaction was something
The wedding pictures were beautiful.
beautiful. So
Yes.
I don't know whether it was like, I don't know.
You don't know
if it
the-
was carried
the
or
process.
adopted.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
the process, so let me know. But so they got kids together and all that kind of stuff. And I can, with the way social
Mark
media
is
is,
dumb.
yeah,
Sorry, Marks is so dumb. So continue.
it was the moment he clocked what I said.
It was like, how? fucking science.
He said, "One plus one is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4." But anyway, yeah. So she was married and stuff. But the way social media is, yeah, people are gonna go through like her posts, and then people were like, on this date she stopped wearing her wedding band. So maybe this is when they broke up. But also her ex now, well, I suppose alleged ex,
Alleged.
is now on
Imagine-
private, and she was never on private before. So I can imagine people in her comments like, "Are you guys broken up? Are you da?" So my question to you guys, right, is: do you think that if you're in a
Bro, you just got a picture you eating like cheese and ham. Like, yo, dog, did you leave your wife?
it's just to be the Biffy, not Biffy anymore. But people are so in on social media, it's so bad, you know.
Is Dottie gonna address it on her show?
But that's what I was gonna say. Is if you're in a public relationship like that, or you're someone who's public like that, should you release a press statement so people don't?
no.
No.
That's not
No, because
normalise
no, but
that.
now though, absolutely not, because you know. But I do think now, yeah, your ex is probably being bullied.
But
in
she
her
did
comments
try
and
to
stuff.
hide it though. It just turns out that they had the same scenes in the background. But
No, but they didn't though, because one of the pictures was so like it was the
obvious.
same dinner table.
yeah. But
Like,
I never would. Who follows Dottie and follows
I follow-
Jordan?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
in my head, yeah, that's two different. You got a music group here, and then you got the Love Island stands here. Like, I think it was crazy. They probably thought that they were above it. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But the thing is that, yeah, you're right. I was thinking this is cap. Like,
Because
no
there was
way.
kind of some speculation a while ago, Jordan's birthday, because apparently Dottie was carrying a cake. And
Oh,
people thought, why are you carrying another woman's cake?
Only wifeys carry cake.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
If it's my man's birthday,
I'm carrying a cake.
I'm carrying. If somebody else is carrying a cake, he's
No,
cheating.
that's not possible.
He's
That's not possible.
cheating. He's a cheating man.
No, he is cheating.
It's just a transportation. of it.
No.
If
That's
one
my
time,
vehicle.
Yeah, no, can I
Just
say
drive.
this? Okay, yeah, fuck it. One time, yeah, my boy here told me that he had like a female best friend and his girl in it,
Oh,
and
no.
his female best friend like organized a cake, but she knew that
You have to, yeah.
that his girl was organizing a cake. That is an act of
So
war.
there's 2 cakes.
There was 2 cakes.
Stop it.
There was 2.
Which
cakes.
no, but what kind did you blow out? You have to blow your girlfriend's out.
You
If
have to do this.
If you blow your, I don't even want that. I don't even want that. I want you to blow, and then you leave that. Let it burn out.
Nah, it's
The candles
mad.
burn out.
It's mad. And you know the thing that pissed me off about guys, yeah, they'll act like no crime has been committed.
Yeah, like what do you mean? She just got me a cake.
If I
If I
blow,
slap. No, let me
This
know.
is why
If I slap.
I don't
if I
like
in
cake.
the
I said, no one get me cake.
Yeah, no one get me a cake. I'm not getting these problems. I don't like cake.
no, it's mad.
One time, sorry.
Trust me, like
No.
it's
Hey,
a
sorry to
thing.
digress. I'll tell you a story.
Yeah, go
One
ahead.
time, on my
Yeah, go
birthday, I went mad at my mum,
Yeah.
because I said, I'm being serious to talk about, you need to get cake. I don't want no cake. I don't want a cake. I don't want a cake. I don't want a cake. I told her
Why?
because I just didn't. I just didn't want a cake.
I'm ignoring you.
I don't want to, because you're not going to try and make
You're
a
going to get
scene.
cupcakes on your birthday.
You're not going to try and make a scene.
Because we
well.
love you.
Like, put candles on it and tell them to blow it out in front of people. And I don't want to do all that
Men
kind of
need to
stuff.
heal.
I don't want no cake. Yeah. I was adamant, I don't want a cake.
Oh
Yeah?
dear,
Mhm.
I'm scared.
It was my birthday. It was party. I invited a lot of people there. It was a big party and stuff as well. Lo and behold,
There's a cake.
music stops. There's a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want me to blow out candles and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm going crazy now. I'm saying this cake's rubbish.
But,
But
you could have been.
wait, what the cake actually did look nice?
No, it was a plain. It was probably from.
You said
Costco.
you
It
didn't
was
want a cake.
Exactly. So I said I don't want a cake. So your idea is bring me rubbish cake. What?
So he's like, if you don't bring me cake,
I'm going even crazier now. Because I'm saying, I told you I don't want a cake, and then you just
And
bring
this
out
is
this
what you
crap.
bring?
This is the
Costco
crap you
cake
bring out.
I'm
bangs
actually
first.
screaming.
Costco cake
no.
bangs
I'm
first.
actually
Secondly, you
screaming.
said you want a cake.
Someone help me, please.
No, but you know, okay, do you know what? Then
I don't want a
like,
cake. If
you
you're
know
gonna bring me a
if you
cake,
don't
please
understand
make
it,
it
like,
nice.
I
yeah?
get it, I get it. Because if I said I don't want a cake here, I don't want a cake. But if you're gonna bring me a cake, make me wish I said I did. Make me wish I didn't
I'm
want a
gonna
cake.
save money and do it cost effective because you don't want a cake
Nah.
anyway.
What are you saying? Money on
one cake. Save the money and buy no cake.
Shout out Mark's mum
No.
innit? Because it's not just your birthday; it's a celebration of her as well, right? So I feel like you're being very selfish.
Wow.
Just putting that into the
Wow,
world.
okay.
That was the day she let you into the world, didn't it? Like, so I feel like it's her celebration and she
She
wanted
did
the
that
cake.
once though. She didn't do it every year.
They were moving like I was.
Never
Sorry,
had someone say
sorry,
that.
auntie.
And
Sorry,
that's
auntie.
really awkward.
They was moving like I was proper
No,
horrible.
I can't lie.
Yeah, you were
I get it.
horrible.
Because
I would like.
moving,
I would have said
what the
it.
I was like, what is this
What you
crap?
said? You said
No, but
what
I
the
wouldn't have
crap-
said it, though.
You said crap to your mum.
You know me, I don't mix my words. When I told them this is rubbish, I was like, what the hell
Anybody
is
can
this?
get it.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is rubbish. What the
Sorry,
hell is
auntie.
this?
Okay, do you know what? I do agree with you. 'Cause I think the cake should have come so dramatic here that I think, do you know
So
what?
she
Next
was-
year I want a cake.
So she will spend
Sparkling.
If this is what we're doing.
So she will spend £250 on a cake for somebody who said they didn't want a cake.
Yes.
Rather than £16.50.
Because you're forcing the cake on me, so make it worth my time.
You and
Make it
Marks.
worth my spit.
You
You're not
are
going to blow on the
Marks.
cake.
This is what's wrong with the world, yeah, because there's so many people and we just all got different opinions.
Yes.
She's not joking. She means what she's
No, she
saying.
definitely
mean
means
it.
And I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I would have said to my mum's face that this cake it was nonsense. I would have probably said it after.
Did
like,
you not kiss her
next
on the
year,
cheek?
upgrade on the cake.
What I would have done is simply like, Mum, I didn't really want a cake. Thank you, but next time, yeah. It would have been nice and
Nah,
sweet like
I
that.
would have done the whole and then
Yeah.
after I would have said, you know, if you're gonna force a cake on
You
me
said
next
a
year,
bad
I
experience.
said,
Can you
what
bring a
is-
bigger one?
I said, what is this?
Anyway, guys,
Crap.
Scotty, we have way more word on the road.
Sorry,
Let's go.
sorry.
yeah. So
You know, we both diverted, even it's fine.
do you know what that actually leads onto as well? What's it called? ASAP Rocky
Oh.
and Rihanna allegedly broke up.
Did you
And-
believe it?
No, I didn't.
Did any of you believe it?
Yeah, because niggas ain't shit.
Well, there's that.
He can't say it.
If I say I need to heal. So there was some normal guy on Twitter. I honestly don't know what the guy does. I should have probably looked into that. But I just feel like there's certain news that comes out and I just think of all the people that are going to know in the world, why would you be the person to know?
Yeah.
And they're on holiday together as well, ASAP and Rihanna.
Do you know what's mad? People
What
are
do you mean?
saying that this is the offspring of Cardi B's lawsuit. So
Oh,
usually
yeah,
when
yeah.
you get something wrong, you just don't talk about it again, innit?
But there's loads of fake news going around. Because I said to my sister yesterday, like, it's not true. She's like, it is true because they don't follow each other on Instagram anymore. And Rihanna unfollowed the other girl.
That's always the first thing to check. I always do that.
Were they unfollowing each other? Did they unfollow each other?
No, I don't think they did.
You know the problem with that, yeah, is that the problem with this person is that you tweeted it, so it can be traced back to you. This wasn't
Yeah.
through the vines. This wasn't like Shade Bell was saying, allegedly somebody said,
That's the
you
thing.
literally put your whole being on the internet. You will never get Fenty again. Do you know what he tweeted beforehand? He tweeted that, you don't think I would make this up with the industry?
Yes,
the
I was going to
circles
get that.
I'm in?
Yep. And that's
I
what
said-
as well. Oh, big old guy. You want to play with the big boys. Do you know what it is? I think he's American. And I think there's something in American water going on at the moment.
I thought
Because
it was
this is the same.
Is it the same Don that said the Queen was dead?
No, that's Jason Lee.
that's Jason
And
Lee.
that's how I was going because there's something about people doing poor journalism and then saying that's what I said, what I said. But then you end up being wrong. Then now you're coming with an apology. So he did a whole apology talking about he made a dumb decision to tweet some information he had received, but information's wrong. So
Can you be a
Is
good
that-
journalist and still make a mistake? Or does that not automatically make you a bad journalist?
you can, yeah. But I think
Okay.
when people point out you may have made a mistake, as a good journalist, I think you need to
Double
go and
check.
do some double checkings. Don't be wrong and strong
Yeah,
on Beyonce's internet,
yeah.
and then it turns out you're wrong, and then now you're giving us a paragraph. We don't
Well,
care.
the top journalists ain't going to print unless they've got their facts.
That's the
unless
thing.
They got their ducks in a row in it. So.
But these people are getting information
But
from
it's
one
tweet,
person and
yeah.
running with it.
Do you
The
know?
whole world.
They're not even really. They're not journalists. They're probably not with no publications or nothing. They got their phone. And
Do you
they're
need to be
tweeting.
a publication to be a journalist?
I mean, if you talk to a respected journalist that's gone through it and worked and rare, they're probably looking at these cowboys.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Snob.
Like?
Look at this
Yes,
snob.
I'm just saying. I don't know, but talk to people
Would
in
you
the
say Shade
journalism.
Brother is journalism?
It's social media.
Great cop out. Look at that. That was fantastic PR right there.
Actually, do you know what? He's a journalist.
Oh,
He
is
writes
it?
articles, yeah. And he's
For
French.
who though?
For
Respected publications?
yeah, actually.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, he
anymore,
wrote.
probably.
I can see his pin tweet. He wrote
Unfortunately.
something about Beyonce's stylist.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
As journalistic as it gets in this
Stop
generation.
laughing at my man's CV. I feel like I don't think he needs to be with like a big boy because we talk about publications being bullshit as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually know what makes you a good journalist, but I think traditionally being with a big publication doesn't necessarily make you a good journalist.
Yeah.
I feel like it means you tick the boxes, and I'm not going to say it makes you a bad one.
I heard that, but at the same time, these people that just can go on their phone and do what they want, there's no one holding them accountable.
Yeah. Well, and now there is because Cardi B sued somebody disrespectfully, I think for like millions in it. And I think the woman even said, I don't know if I got, she's held strong, but she was like, I don't know if I got like millions right now to be paying this. And I think after that, people have been coming out. You know what's mad as well? If you deep it, Jason Lee probably was sitting at home like hoping the Queen did.
No, but he was like, I said what I said.
He's like,
and he was like, I've got connections with someone in Buckingham Palace.
He probably does,
Baby, no, he don't. If anyone's gonna know, it's not going to be you, Sir Jason Lee from Love and Hip Hop. It's not going to be you.
Well, he kept it funky, innit? Because I think he came out and said it, and then someone's come out and apologized for him or something like that.
And then
he
says,
came out and
don't
said,
apologize.
"Don't apologize."
No, but
to
his
me, brother.
story, yeah, as
I
to
ain't
what-
say shit. She's dead.
No, but his story as to why he got the Queen wrong, yeah, was dumb because someone from the band Queen had died, and someone was in an
The Queen,
event.
the band.
Is that what it is?
No, someone from there died or something like that, or was ill,
Their
something
equipment
like
manager
that.
or something.
And then he
I
was
don't
at an
know.
event. I don't think someone actually died. I think someone was ill or something. Something happened to one of them, and there was one of his journalists at the event who was eavesdropping. This is why you should mind your business. Eavesdropping someone else's conversation,
Yeah.
and then quickly messaged Jason like, "Oh my gosh, London Bridge is down," kind of thing. And then he just went and tweeted it.
And that
Then he
person
said
was
he's got
probably high.
thingy.
Olodo.
Oh Lord, no.
Absolute weary.
But okay, I'm gonna move on to another one as well.
Okay, we'll try not to disturb you.
So have you guys seen? So there's a documentary on Michelle Obama, on the Obamas, and I love Viola Davis.
I love
She's
her
my
so much.
She's one of my favorite black women in the world.
But what's going on?
But Auntie,
Have you
that
not seen
ain't
it? Have you not
that
seen
is
it?
not it.
The lip sync.
Oh, all this and the eyebrow. So why's the eyebrow like that?
Can I just say,
Okay, is there any references here for me, please? By any chance?
if someone plays you in a movie
Yeah.
and they kind of
You know
want
you
to-
have everything that they have, right?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah,
I want
but it doesn't
photos.
have.
Oh, you mean I could just go on the internet on my
yeah.
phone?
There's links.
I mean, on my iPad.
There's a link on
Just-
there.
Just press it.
Where?
Is the blues
Should have
highlight?
given my tutorial.
Moi. Then press the moi.
Okay, and then what?
Okay, I can see you on it. Yeah, press it and then it should come up. But yeah, so what was it? He
Look at
said
his face. Look at his face.
he's so happy.
You know, he told me. He just discovered Amazon Prime today.
No.
He said no.
How
look
you
at-
been living?
No, let me replay it for you. Yeah, man, I found out this service that allows me to get stuff next day.
Stop it.
I said Amazon Prime.
Have
He
you waited
said,
3 to 5 days?
I cried.
Stop it.
Man's actually like he just
Your
got
life's
my
about to
pen
change.
today, you know. Like, this is crazy. You've been actively free.
Yeah, no,
and
because I'm gonna get a
civilian.
case for my iPad tomorrow.
You're gonna get. Oh yeah. Wow.
I was
That's
the
a good first
person.
purchase.
But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but anyway,
Your
yeah.
life's about to change. You're about to spend so much money. Damn.
if somebody plays you in a movie and say you have a list and then they go ham, would you be offended?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I just think that the thing is about the Obamas. We know you're playing Michelle. You don't have to do all of this.
Okay.
I think it's so insulting.
Yeah.
I
Why
think
she
Michelle is
solid?
pull up on her.
Why is she insulted?
Have you seen the? I know.
No,
you've
but
seen
they
the
would
clip.
have watched it together.
Is that what she does though?
No.
Yeah, stop it.
No,
Is that
No,
what she does though?
No, but biologically,
No,
her face
is
is like that.
that what she does?
No, but it looks mad when no.
Why? Because
She
it's not
doesn't-
her. She's acting.
No, but she didn't do it intentionally. Her face is just like
Yeah,
that.
so she.
Don't
she's
put
not
on my
Michelle.
face. Don't put on my face.
But fam, it's my job.
But
It's
it
that.
doesn't make me think Michelle Obama. It makes me think, what's up?
It makes me think you're taking a piss.
Like, you're right, sis.
It makes me think Kerry Washington is scandal.
I can't lie.
With the lip quivers. Stop
I
it.
can't lie. At first, I was very confused because I thought it was like a Destiny's Child thing. Because I saw
Stop it.
Michelle and I said they play Michelle. I was like, what does Michelle do? I was very confused. Only up until just now, you said
You
she
got
played
it,
Michelle
Obama.
Obama. It's like, oh, okay.
Nah, I think it's so rude. I honestly think like when Michelle sees that, she needs to pull up on her.
Bro, you don't know acting, man.
The thing that
But
they would have sent it to her because I think they congratulated each other. So and Viola was like, I'm so honoured to be doing this, and Michelle was, I feel like there was some sort of acknowledgement.
Do you know what it is?
So they should.
Okay, so quickly, what are we saying she's done?
She's doing her lips funny. And impersonating Michelle Obama in a rude way.
Not
It's not
impersonating,
He's acting. What the hell? Acting.
Okay, my English is not great. Okay,
You said impersonating.
I'm more of a Yoruba babe.
This is how fake news gets started. You are Jason Leesis.
Don't do that.
Oh, what, she doing this?
This is how women be twisting
I actually like
information.
Jason.
Not
Is it a lot?
And the eyebrows as well. Like you couldn't, because she had makeup artist.
But that's not. She didn't do her
Oh
own
my
makeup.
God.
I think
I'm watching the trailer though. She's giving lips in every scene.
Yeah,
Why?
in
It's not
every
needed.
scene. In every scene.
And then sometimes she forgets herself that she talks that she does this. Stop it. Stop it. Don't be rude.
Do you know what's mad? Like,
Nah, pull up
Michelle,
with
you know
that.
Michelle takes the high road, innit? So she's gonna have to just like
She has
this.
to, because wasn't she the one that said when they go low, we
Then
go
when they go
high?
high,
She has to go high
She
with
has
this
to
one.
firm it. She has to firm
I can't
it.
go
She
low.
has to be in the front
For a
row.
quick sec, I'm going low. Low as my phone.
Recast animation.
The heck?
Yeah,
I think it's so rude.
that's mad.
I think she's killing the role because
I don't want to watch it. 'Cause I think it's just, and I think Viola Davis is so talented. I just think, why?
Talented.
Why did she need to do
The
that?
thing is that was no one else there in the studio. Was she filming?
Who's
on
the
Zoom?
director? That's what
Somebody
we
would
need
have
to know.
right. Somebody would have been like, "Sis, relax."
Was it in the script?
Purse. Relax.
I can't lie. I think out of everything, for me, as Michelle, I'll be more upset about the eyebrows. Because the eyebrows look like a string, and I think that's so rude. Ouch. I think it's so rude. Because in the White House, she had makeup artists. She had the best. She had the access to everything.
Yeah.
The girls are crying about
so
toothpaste
did-
going out of stock. She had access to all of that.
But so did the women in young African and rich whatever.
Don't get me.
Michelle Obama's got a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, with her
Yeah.
husband.
How do you feel about it?
Michelle Obama, is that breaking news? Haven't they had that for a while?
Nice
What
one.
about her podcast?
She has a podcast by herself.
No,
I
I
thought she
think,
has one with her hubby.
she's got it. Yes, with him.
Yeah, they've had it for ages.
I wouldn't really
wanted-
listen.
You've done good there. Because I wanted to watch you talk about a podcast you've never listened to.
We're professionals, baby. You better recognize.
You know what it is?
That's what I wanted to
You have to,
happen.
you have to pray against
For
your
us,
enemies.
you have to.
You have to pray against
And I
your
prayed
enemies.
this morning on my way here.
Yeah, like you have to
I prayed.
pray against your enemies. Look
Look
how
at
you trying to
that.
set us up.
Exactly. The heck.
Then
On
if
the
we say
first
anything-
show.
If we say anything about men, but you man don't even listen to podcasts. and talk about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, is there
But
any
yeah.
more word on road? Because I'm loving this segment.
So still on couples. Mr. Easy and Temi Otedola are. You're very happy about this. They're
Yes.
engaged. And I think it's really sweet.
I think it's beautiful.
But Nigerians being Nigerians, they will come for a couple and say you're the first. You're older than her. Why are you
Lee,
not married?
Excuse me, she's in Oxford University,
Yeah, she's
Abby.
in Oxford,
She's
yep.
DJing.
Yep.
She just paid for somebody's school.
Yep. She's got a pink.
She has
car.
many pink wigs that she needs to continuously maintain. She's a busy woman.
Wait,
She's not
she
everyday
rich?
husband.
What?
Billionaire
Yeah, billionaires Nigeria.
You know about him.
Oh my God, I was with this girl in the club the other day.
She is a billion. Like,
Yeah.
her dad is. But let me not be too excited.
Where's
She's
she
also
there
a
with
lovely-
us, Brent?
Yeah, she was at the new black.
Yeah.
And what? And
She
you never,
DJ'd there.
you never nudged me and said,
You
"Rude,
didn't
man."
network.
That's your future right
That's your
there.
ticket over there.
No one ever gave me the heads up.
Did you not watch her reality show?
No, she would have got locked down. That would have been my gal. Are you crazy? I would have made it work. She's beautiful.
I'm actually done. I'm done. I cannot.
The man said she.
He didn't even know what she looked like. Beautiful. I just said pink hair.
No.
That's nice. I love a bit of
You know,
pink.
if I was a girl and I heard a guy say I'm beautiful like that, I would believe him as
I believe
well.
it.
I'll believe
You
him.
don't even know what you look like.
Yeah, you're on their radar.
Nah, you're
now. They
ridiculous.
know
You're
to never
actually-
let it
you're
happen.
actually ridiculous
You've
with me.
destroyed it. You said she's beautiful. She'll be
Beautiful.
But yeah, shout out to them. They look really in love.
They
They
do.
look really,
It's really,
really,
really
in
sweet.
love. I'm really excited. Why am I excited?
When I get your invited to the wedding. Royal
Focus on
wedding.
yourself.
But yeah, so that's all for me.
Sweet. I love that. Coachella update.
Basically, there is no Coachella update because we didn't even know that was happening. The only thing, the
Oh.
only way I knew was happening was because Megan, please drop that. She kind of performed a new song
Okay.
and looks really, really sick. It's different to the body yadi yadi. Like she's in
Yeah, she's
The
in
what?
a different bag.
the body
Body
yadi
yadi
yadi.
yadi.
She's in her like
Yeah.
Lil Kim, like she's in her bag. In her rapping bag. So I'm here for
I
it.
love Megan. I think
I
she's just
actually love her.
extremely likable.
I love her.
But I was definitely ready for something new music-wise because it's really hard for
Yeah.
me to defend her against Lippy if she continues.
We made her.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's really hard for me to defend her against Lippy if it is like a
Yeah.
you know. So I'm really happy that she's doing all of this.
But I feel like since Beyonce, there's been no Coachella updates. I didn't know.
I literally watched her grown yesterday.
It's the best thing ever.
It's really, really
If
good.
you're trying to get into the gym, yeah, watch it on the treadmill.
If you're trying to
You
do
will
anything
run
in
for your life.
Yeah.
You actually run as if you're trying to be qualified for one of
But
to be one
yeah.
of her dancers.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love that, guys. I love that segment. Did you love that segment, guys?
Loved it too much.
Yeah, loved it. Lit. All right, let's jump into the next segment. Let's go. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. I almost forgot. Another amazing segment. Disunomics Daily.
Yo, what's going on, people? I read stuff so you don't have to. So the first thing is, unfortunately, if you went to university from 2012 onwards, boy, I ain't got some news for you. Basically, the loan, your student loan, that's if you got a student loan, that is. If you're unfortunate enough to.
Most of you did.
Yeah, most of the majority of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Except from
The
Boris.
repayments for some of you are earning quite a bit, are going up from 4.5% to 12%.
Yo!
Yeah, interest. Yeah. Interest. Yeah.
Is the interest applied straight away?
Hey,
Yeah.
here's my attitude towards student loans, right?
Mhm.
You don't really got like you pay it back if you're making a certain amount of money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So is it like I don't feel like I've experienced it being horrible.
But what's the certain amount? I suppose it's low though.
Yeah, no, we can get into that. Don't worry, guys. Anyway, so because of the rise in inflation in March, the rate has jumped from the bottom rate has jumped from 1.5% to 9%. So yeah, it's rough. So the RPI, which is the retail price index, the inflation figure was 9%, and this is how it works. So the low earners, they pay whatever the retail price index is. So if the inflation is 3%, that's what man are paying.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they're going to pay 9%. The people who earn a bit more, they pay whatever the retail price index is plus 3% on top. So students earning 49,130 quid will be charged 12% on top of interest rate from September after previously been charged 4.5%. And this means that a typical student who, let's say, have 50 grand of student debt outstanding, right?
Yeah.
This has increased it by 3 bags.
Wow.
Here's my thing, yeah. This is my personal opinion. I don't think unless your university is specialized in whatever you're trying to do in life, right? Or Oxford, Cambridge, like the ones that just the name will open doors. It shouldn't be. It should be like £10.50 a day or something. It shouldn't be. It should not be 12 bags. It should not be.
I think it's a
bro.
ridiculous
I'm
amount of
not
money.
pushing my kids to do any of this uni stuff. I'm not.
That
If
is
they
crazy.
want to, cool.
Yeah, so
People move like criminals are so like stupid, but some of them had the right idea.
They're facts.
Yeah.
I should have used my first year money to do something illegal. Yeah, not sure. Maybe bricks, and then make dropped out. I should have dropped out, and I should have used that money straight up. Like I'm sick of it. Being a civilian, doing everything they told me to do
The right way.
No.
Yeah, so basically, along with the increase in national insurance, so if you're a student earning above 34k, your salary is gonna be but
Peanuts.
stay safe. Yeah, not peanuts, but well, it depends how much.
Change.
Anyway,
No,
so
can you give us an example? So if you're earning 34k, how much?
so basically, because if you're earning 34k, you're gonna be paying more national insurance than you would have before
Okay.
because they increased national insurance by 1.25%. But now on top that they're adding this increase in interest
No,
rate,
you've
you're
got
still
to do
alone.
12%.
Yeah, you're gonna be paying a couple more quid.
Just
So,
be a
yeah.
YouTuber, man.
Yeah. Next up, hospital beds. The hospital bed supply is low, right? So the number
That's been low.
the number of vacant hospital beds is now lower than any time in the previous 2 years. So that's lower than even at the start of the pandemic. The health service say that a wave of infections of the Omicron variant, Omarion, is still putting people in hospital beds.
Is it?
Yep. So if you look at the data, April the 12th, an average of just under 5,000 vacant hospital beds there are, which is terrible, according to FT analysis. And why does this matter? Well, if there's not vacant hospital beds, then that's going to inevitably lead to increased waiting times. Because if you're waiting to get whatever surgery or whatever, you go A&E, I don't know, somebody bottled you at the club, you need to go. You need to go A&E. If there's no beds for you to be, you're going to have to wait to get
Stand in the car park.
Yeah. And so NHS also released data this week showing that there's which is a record, 6.2 million people are waiting for non-urgent hospital treatment. And that's due to the backlog of the pandemic. Because obviously during the pandemic, everybody got kicked out because, boy, you can't be out here for a young son and then you add COVID on top.
Yeah.
So that's raising a massive backlog. And even ambulance response times are getting worse. So if you look at data from 2018, the average wait time was 10 minutes. Now it's gone up to 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're dead and gone.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, it's not.
That's mad.
It's, as you ladies say, it's not given.
It's not. You use that perfectly.
Yeah,
Love
come
that.
on, man.
Love it.
I know my pop culture. You get me? Yeah. So I got Priti sending asylum seekers to Hotel Rwanda.
Of course she's here.
Stay away with it. We spoke about earlier. So Priti actually is using a thing called the ministerial direction, and that means she's taking personal responsibility. Remember we said that she goes on glides?
No, she's a criminal.
Yeah, and this is only the second time the Home Office have used this special privilege in 30 years.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I want these. I'm not sure if I can say that word. Guns. No, I wasn't gonna say that. It begins with N. So this is targeted at single men arriving into the UK on boats, planes, whatever.
People are going to get married just to avoid this. Who hurts this? That's what I want to know.
No, Priti, please come. Priti, come on the show, please.
Let's just talk.
Let's just talk real quick.
Yeah, so it's a 120 million pilot scheme, which is focused on single men. And this is obviously diverting people's Google Maps from the UK 4,000 miles southeast to Rwanda. To Rwanda. Yeah. No, southwest was actually technically. It's crazy. And as I said prior, that the department, they've said, we don't even know how much it's going to cost, but we're doing it, innit? So basically, it's just them just diverting responsibility. And a lot of people from charities to other politicians have called it abhorrent. They say that it's wrong, it's cruel, and it's unlawful.
What are they doing in their country?
Yeah.
Talking about it's unlawful and it's all of this. What are you doing that we haven't found out about yet?
And finally, Elon trying to buy Twitter by fire, by force. So,
I like that.
So early in April, Elon was like, yo, dog, basically I own 9% of Twitter, which makes him the single largest shareholder in Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then last week, he announced to offer Twitter shareholders $54 and 20 cents for share prices, which is 40% higher than in January before he even. So he's giving them a generous price. He's trying to buy it by force. Twitter were like, nah, cause that's not gonna fly type of thing. So the board, they tried to pacify him by saying, yo, you can sit on the board. He's like, yeah. And he's like, wait a minute, no, I don't want to sit on the board.
Yeah, he gives me Kanye.
Yeah, because if you sit on the board, you can only have 15%. And he kind of wants to make things better. He tweeting about, yo guys, how can we make Twitter better? Like, I want to make it more freedom of speech and
Unsend DMs. Yeah. That's how you can make it better.
And so he's like, this is his alleged final offer. And right now, because people have known Elon to be a troll, nobody really knows if he really means it. Like, we don't know if he's gone. Apparently, he hasn't done like mad financing yet. Apparently, he's spoken to Morgan Stanley, which is the US investment bank. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. Like, we don't know. Like, Elon might.
Do you think Twitter will be better with Elon, or how it is? Because he seems to be on this freedom of speech, even if it's against me type of thing. But it's hard to do that if you're the company that owns Twitter, right?
Yeah, I know. I think it'll be interesting if he grabbed Twitter. I think it will definitely be less. I think from how he's come across, he would make it more like anybody could say anything. And I'm not sure I'm not sure if he's gonna put more into the tech of Twitter. I don't know, but it's interesting. But I don't think he'll buy Twitter.
I think he'll get Donald Trump back.
Yeah, hundreds.
No, but
Trump will come back.
And Kanye.
What if you're a rival business? I'm sure. Come on, like if I own Twitter, So let's say the day after owns Twitter, you think we're promoting other pods on the thing?
Yeah, you're a dictator.
They're gonna have like only 30 characters. They gotta write whatever they want. Come here now.
If we don't spell the day after, we don't want to hear it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking, like, let's be real. As a person, he might be free spirited in that. But if his company owns space, cars, and Twitter, we're no longer.
Because some people, you give them power and then you realize what they read about.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck if I owned everything. No,
what's that? Let me not ruin my.
Always want to look at, you know.
Defending your right to fuck it up, she says.
You know, listen.
But yeah, thank you so much, Disunomics. Anything else you think we should know?
No.
I feel like you could have given us more, but fine. No, I'm joking. Thank you.
What more do you want from me?
I was trying to be time efficient. You know what I mean? I had a slot, I executed.
No, you did amazing. You did your job. Let's jump straight back into another segment. Fuck it up. Right, guys, this segment is called Asking for a Friend. Relay the message.
Hi guys, I'm hoping you can help me out with a dilemma. My best friend is an amazing young lady who is 25, very ambitious, doing quite well, and very much in love with her boyfriend of 2 years. They are, at least she's hoping that they'll have a future together. However, her boyfriend is completely lacking in ambition. He has a fairly okay job, but sees no need to work harder or seek promotion because he believes in sort of living within your means and just being mindful with what you've got. My best friend, on the other hand, is quite driven and likes the finer things in life, and works hard for them. So, it's not so much that she is just extravagant or frivolous. She, works for the things that she wants and she gets them for the most part. However, if she is to settle with her boyfriend, she does kind of envisage hurdles or difficulties for the two of them, because he doesn't match her energy when it comes to the kind of future they could have financially, materially. They love each other, but she's very practical and doesn't believe that love will fix everything. I'm trying to give her some advice, and I think that really she should leave him. What would your advice to my best friend be?
She's in her friend's business still. But,
I love it. Sometimes it's a good place to be.
Yeah. Do you want to hear from the guy? I know everyone wants to hear from us. Should we let the guys?
Let's let the guys go because Mark's. I'm ready for
Yeah.
Go on.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Both of y'all.
Why me? I think she should leave him. She sounds materialistic.
Material girl.
Anytime a girl wants to do slightly more,
You're
she's
materialistic.
anti. Anyway,
It's not slightly more
She,
because
she,
she's
she literally said she likes the material
No,
things.
I do think they should separate, but I don't think she's materialistic.
She's materialistic. She's getting it for herself. This is what she likes for herself, which is fine.
Mm.
And he's not as materialistic as her. That's not an issue. But she sounds like she's gonna make it one. So she just needs to go and find someone that's gonna be
Yeah.
with. Because it's not like saying she works hard for what he wants. He clearly works hard as well. Just because he's not trying to think, he doesn't mean he doesn't work hard. He's happy with what he's got, living within his means, and you don't even know what his means are. It might be a very good job. Just do you know what I'm trying to say? So it sounds like it's a her problem, and yeah, there is gonna be problems because they just don't match. They just don't have the same outlook, or the same vision in life.
Yeah, I totally. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Disunomics.
I think she's 25. I think she needs to lie.
Hey, baby girl.
She's to lie.
Actually, a baby girl.
She needs to lie. 'Cause, like, you clearly like my man, you get it, and you're vibing. But if you feel like he's gonna reach the point of resentment, then yeah, you should boogie.
Cut. Yeah.
I feel like you're 25, bro. Like, is Chanel and vacation really that deep? Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. But it's again, she knows herself. Do you know what I mean? If she's gonna resent, you don't want to be in a situation where you're resenting somebody.
Exactly.
And then it gets to the point where every little thing that my man does becomes more of an issue. And you don't want to impose a completely different way of living on somebody else. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
And she could still keep it stepping, but understand that, boy, you left something that there's risk in everything you do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Esther, would you like? Are you
No, I saw you place your mic. So
No,
you go, girl.
no, it's fine. I just feel like this conversation didn't actually have to have a bad guy, but it's funny how you guys immediately jumped to the idea that
You said she's a bad guy.
I think materialistic is quite has a negative connotation. Let me learn.
I'm materialistic.
Yeah, that's great for you.
But I don't think I'm a bad guy.
boy.
No,
I don't think I'm a bad
I feel like the way I feel like the way it was said does sound a little bit like because there's a lot of like she will impose a way
Yeah.
to get like he also might obviously we heard it from her friend, but he also might think, oh, she's always a bit busy. Do you know, there's ways in which both of them can look at each other's lives and look at it as negative. I think they should definitely separate.
Can I push back on that? I think that's how you took it. That's not what was said. Because,
No, sorry, continue.
Because you said that she will. I said she could.
Yeah, but it's funny how both of you immediately made the like focal point of action her. Like I know,
But it's her friend who came for the advice.
Exactly her friend. So,
Yeah, but you talk about her.
But you could have easily told him get his money.
you could like I
But
don't
he
know.
said he doesn't get his money. He said his man said he's Gucci.
But personally, I feel like there's arguments that can be made for both.
For both, yeah.
I definitely think that they don't need to. I think they both have found their way in life, the way they want to move forward. So, the maddest thing, someone like Kim is probably the one that's going to become a millionaire. Like sometimes, I don't know what it is, but something about that cool, calm, collected approach to life that sometimes lets you bang. But you're right, they're not compatible at all. It's going to start getting resentful. It's like especially when she sees social media, if she sees social media and sees what she thinks is what someone at 25 should be doing. I don't know how old he is, but if he's content with what he's doing in life, then I think they should definitely take a break because they're going to, it's not making sense.
But if that's what I said, only if she believes that it will make her resentful towards because she said she loves him. They've been together for 2 years. Do you get it? So
But
it's only if that's an issue, she's got a boogie.
But
Do
she
you get it?
already said it's an issue because she foresees
No, she
hurdles.
foresees it being an issue.
Yeah. So that means you're
People-
already
people-
screaming.
People be seeing issues that
No,
don't
but
exist.
I think it's an issue right now because
Yeah.
if your friend knows your tea, that must.
It's
probably
irked
you.
you. It's
Yeah.
irked your spirit so much
But
that you
I
have
think-
to tell the village.
I think I think the main thing is that if he's content with the way he's living,
Yeah.
then that's fine. Not everyone's ambitious. I'm not someone who I want good things. I'm a hard worker and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm not ambitious where I'm gonna you're gonna break the studio.
As in the kids, I'm not going to go see the kids recital
yeah,
because I got
So for me, I will make sacrifices and know
Yeah.
what I need to balance. So I think it is an issue for her, and I think that the only way to get out, if it's such a massive issue for you, you have to leave this because.
But the thing is that if she leaves and she finds out that, oh fuck, I prioritized a busy worker, now he has no time for me, and let me go back to somebody who's a little bit. That's how she has to learn her lesson. in
Exactly.
life.
So, you got.
Do you know what I mean?
Because
Because she is not capable of appreciating that man right
Yeah.
now, and he may not. We don't know his side of the story, but he may also feel like, why is she never available? For me,
Yeah.
all my other boys have their girls at home or whatever. I don't know, whatever the situation is. So I think it's not that either of them are wrong. They're just not compatible.
Yeah. I don't think either of them are wrong. I don't think either of them is. I don't think either of them are wrong. I just think that if you're not compatible in that sense, then you need to get to step into.
And at 25, I feel like that's the time when some cultures will start pushing marriage, right? So
But
the problem with that is that you might feel this tendency to try and force it to work. Nah.
They've been together 2 years as well.
Yeah.
23.
I mean, if you're in love though, because that love thing is a powerful
It really
something.
gets you.
It's a powerful drug.
The guys looking they can't relate.
It's a
Look at
powerful.
how is it?
Even me, just when I see how people move with love, it looks really like a psychedelic. It's very.
it looks intense.
Have you been in love?
No, I wouldn't say so. I've been in
Yeah, man. But even me
But it's
in like is a
conditional.
strong something. So I'm thinking just me in like,
It's
it
quite
can move
it's quite
mountains.
intense. Yeah.
So I'm like, raw, love. If you're
Must be
really
different.
loving him, you might want to stick
But I
around.
just think if you're gonna have problems because your man is not earning enough,
yeah.
there's no amount of love that's gonna keep this going.
And also, do you not feel like sometimes these super successful guys, they just don't have the time? Like,
What was it that Davido said? Love is sweet, but when money enter, love is sweeter. Darling,
wisdom.
That's the bar. So
Wisdom.
I just think there's no amount of love that can make you get rid of insecurity you have.
Quick question. Can you, listen to this.
Okay.
You're in a relationship with someone, You like them, but things aren't quite going well in it. Is there a way to demote the relationship so that there's slightly more freedom? And is there a name for that?
Relationship or dating?
Boyfriend
You
and girlfriend.
can't back out. If you're in a relationship, you can't back out.
There's no way to back out.
You got to break up.
No.
There's
You got to
no-
break up.
You can't take a step down. That's
How
ridiculous.
quick are you? How long?
No,
are
I'm
you
just
into the
asking
relationship?
for my friend. Just asking
No.
for a friend.
Asking for a friend, of course.
Just asking for my
How long are you into the relationship?
How long is Esther in the relationship? Not Esther, Bianca. I don't know how long they're in a relationship for. I don't know. I'm just asking. Are you
No, but I'm
able-
saying
because I
if you
think a
wanted
lot
to
of
make
things will
that,
get help.
if you want to make that transition,
Yeah.
how far into the relationship are you talking?
So
Okay.
I think this could only work if you've been in a relationship for 5 years or something.
What, to demote?
You want
go
to
down
be
the level?
in it for 5 years, then change it.
Go away.
Why are you saying me, guys? You don't know I'm
No, your friend,
but
your
yeah.
friend.
No, but no,
You
you're my
acting
friend.
all
This is
guilty
not a
over
real
there,
thing.
sis.
I look so guilty. This is not a real thing. I'm
No, but
Friend.
even hypothetically, I'm just getting
I
the
don't
right frame
think.
of mind.
I don't think. That you can back out of a relationship that's fresh. I think you could only back out of a relationship when you man are tired.
I think it's easier to back our relationship that's fresh.
Yeah.
I would take offense, but I think it's easier because, you know what, we've just started this, but I don't think we were better when we were doing that.
Well, but no, because
So that's that.
5 years in, you can't take
5
You can't take
years?
steps backwards. One step backwards is done.
When I thought the next step was ring,
Man said it's a
I said, go
collapse.
back. Nah, honey.
I don't know. I feel
Going
like,
back and staying there.
So in my head, and I don't know if there's time for this yet, but in my head, it just popped into my head now. It seems like these guys, it might be good for them to take a half step back. It seems like they're proper intentional about each other, but there's a bit of a let life happen a little bit, then you lot can reconvene.
But life is already happening.
Yeah, but it's not working for them. What if they
And
don't
so
want to
you
split
leave.
up?
The only step they can take back is to break up.
It's so option A, option B. What about see me in the
No, C and D and all of them ain't in here. It's impossible.
Give me a second.
So I just think that, in that kind of situation, you got to break up. I would never want a guy tell me that after 2 years, can we take a step back?
No, but if she
How about I leave?
That's
Yeah.
how it works.
That's a
Yeah,
bad
you're
way
working
to
for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like, do you know what? Yeah, I think you should get demoted. Do you know what I mean?
What?
'Cause you're thinking
You
you
don't
get
say it
promoted.
like that.
Fire me.
You don't say, just say you're going back on probation. But before
Can
we
you
continue
imagine?
in this conversation, I know you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you guys, if you have any questions or any friends that you want to find solutions to your problems for, send your voice notes to TDA submissions at thenewblack.com. I'm going to spell it out for you. So TDA submissions, SUBMISSIONS at the new black. Now the new black is spelled differently. BLXCK. Yes, dyslexia things. So yeah, make sure you send in. What is wrong with you? Make sure you send in. And if you want to DM us, then you can just write it online and hashtag asking for a friend. Nobody will think it's you. They'll think it's your friend.
Exactly. Kind of like Koi's friend this morning.
No, guys, no, generally, real one, I don't actually have anyone. I'm just thinking there needs to be a bit more flexibility in the life
No, but that's why you spend time getting to know each other. Don't make that commitment
so quick.
if you want flexibility.
But
man.
then
This is
people
not the place for
exploit.
it.
But you know, like at the beginning, it could be so passionate. There's not really much logic. Then real life
Yeah.
sets in. And I just think sometimes it is just I like you, but this isn't quite working.
But you know what?
I don't
though?
want to make a black and white decision, so let's go to grey.
And I hate that I have to say this, but I have to agree with Marks in a previous conversation we had. Because this is giving fairy tale. Because real life is that when you get in a relationship or when you're dealing with someone, things are gonna happen. Like that's life. That's how things work. So you can't now say these things are happening.
Yeah.
I just like when we're doing dinner dates. Can we go back to that? No,
But
you can't.
but you see that grey area? I feel like that does exist. By the way, I feel like I'm disagreeing with myself in it, but that does exist because that's what happens. That's where people start asking, "What are we?" Do you know what I mean? That's like,
But that's not. I don't think that's a grey area. That's us knowing how are we moving forward. Are we moving forward? Are we staying here? Are we leaving it? I don't think that's a grey area.
Logically, that is what that question means. But I feel like in the situations
I
where
mean, men get frightened. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think also, yeah, maybe some women get frightened too. I don't know, innit? I'm just asking if there was a way to avoid this couple breaking up. But
No, I
that's
think.
it. Sorry, guys.
She either needs to understand and accept him for the.
She's too young to do that.
She's 25, girl. You can.
She's
She's not 18. Accountability, sis. You can accept that. She's 25 now. You're paying taxes. You can do this. But,
You can go to
you can do this. But I think that she either has to accept her man for who he is and what his character is. And honestly, in relationships, you need balance. Two people cannot be ambitious in such a way that she is, because then you might never make another step. But she needs to accept him for who he is. And if you can't do that, then set him free. Let him go and find his wife somewhere else.
That's true.
And you find someone else that you're more compatible with.
Yeah, I definitely think they're not compatible, and I definitely think that they should. When I say that I don't think she's gonna accept that, it's because I feel like at the 25 mark, you kind of feel like everything is possible. You're literally taught that everything to a degree is possible. Like you can do super amazing stuff. And
What a lie.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Anyway.
you learn. If you stay, you learn.
Yeah, if you stay, if you leave, whatever way, you're gonna learn something.
Yeah.
I would say leave, innit? You can always come back or do demotion relationship.
You
But
pop-ups. Drive by.
Oh, drive-by, child. Cool. Let's jump into our next.
segment.
Our next. There's so many good segments.
I know.
Okay, let's jump into our next segment.
What show?
Guys, sing along with me. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
I'll dance.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
You know, he's laughing.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. This segment is called Done Out Here.
Oh, this is my part.
Yes.
Sure is. He's up
Oh,
now.
wow. Is this?
He's awake.
Yes.
Is-
So there's this
Is this
camera
camera
on
on
me.
Mark, we're gonna have to start doing some cool synchronized stuff here.
Yeah,
because
we're
there's a
really
lot of
lit
connection
on this side.
happening over there.
We're going to work it out. We're
Yeah,
going to
we'll
work
work
it
it
out.
out. Yeah.
Boy. Welcome to the day after. This is
What, the show starts now, for real?
That other stuff was intro. Opening act and that. All right.
No, this is a section called Done Out Here, where
Screaming.
every day I'm going to pick someone to just not rub out, because they're going to rub themselves out. To be
You
totally
did
honest
this.
with you. Yeah, you brought this on yourself. I'm just going to highlight.
Maybe do this.
I'm just going to highlight somebody who's rubbed themselves out. Today's one's going to be short and sweet, and it's going to be pretty self-explanatory, whatever. His name's come up before, and I just want to say, no hard feelings, man, but Mark Cuban, man, you are done out here, man. You are done out here. And let me tell you why you're done out here.
Screaming.
No, I'm being dead serious. It's because you're developing a reputation, yeah, as an abuser, yeah. And that's crazy from someone who doesn't know you. I've never had a conversation with you. I've never met you. I don't have a skin in the game. I don't have a horse in this race. I'm just talking as someone who's looking at stuff from the outside looking in, and the reputation that you're building for yourself. And it's not cool, because as a man, you wouldn't want that. You know what I'm trying to say? So that video that went around the other day of you moving super aggressive, like saying that you're not aggressive while moving super aggressive.
That was so funny.
Mad. saying like, I'm not the one.
I'm not aggressive.
I'm not the one. I'm not even, don't even mean on a physical thing. It's like, okay, bro, that sounded physical. Like, that's mad. I swear like he stood up as well.
He
innit?
did. He was
Stood
over
up
her.
over a super intimidating. You're a big guy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you need to like learn how to read the room and just understand that even if you was angry at the time and you wanted to make your point, you was making it in the wrong way. Now, I've seen you make appearances on Backchat,
Mhm.
and I've seen you do a podcast with Costello and Lippy and stuff like that. That's the only work I've seen you do. But I've heard about you getting in mixed up with women from your past before, from other stuff.
Before this.
Yeah.
This is not his
before
first
this.
rodeo.
The first time that I was really made aware of you is because of the first time I was really made aware of you was something that was going on during Backchat, and your ex came up and made all these accusations about you and all that. And look, I don't know you, I don't know the things, but there's, you know how it goes with stories.
Yeah, let's smoke with that
There's
fire.
3 sides to every story. There's your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's somewhere in the middle. So, like you're saying, there ain't no smoke without fire. So you done something, and then like you're sounding like you're a repeat offender. And then now this stuff that's happened the other day, this that came out with Lani and
Full disclosure.
full disclosure. And then I'm hearing you're talking about you want to do a fuller disclosure with the gallon.
Man
and
said
that.
off it.
And it's like, what? Nah, man, you got to quit when you're ahead. And I'll be real with you. You've managed to build a bad reputation for yourself. It's not a good look at all. I don't know what kind of damage control you can do. I don't know if there's police investigations going on, if you're going to get in any trouble, but there's even the conversations that you're having, that you're bringing up, that you're making people talking about males keeping their male counterparts accountable for certain things and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you're getting other men in trouble who ain't even done nothing.
He's saying that man should have stopped him.
No, because girls are saying like, where are the guys? Yeah, like people should have stopped him. Even like in the room, none of the other guys spoke up.
Yeah,
Remember,
like
he
his
said
voice should have checked.
he said everybody shut up,
Yeah,
and everybody shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So no one in the room
Realistically,
stood up and said, "Oh, like brother, don't talk to her like that, or you're moving a bit mad, or boom, 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 boom." And man should hold people accountable as well.
Yeah.
Should hold people accountable. Don't get me wrong.
they could have been scared as well.
Because he's like,
I don't
They
know.
looked-
I don't
he's
know.
a big dude.
I don't know who.
The other guys looked
Wait,
scared.
hold on.
Brother,
Of course I
he's
do.
wham.
But I'm saying no. Physically. Let's look at. Okay, so in my mind, in that situation, if he had hit Nunu in that situation, it would have been absolutely insane. In it, it's public, all of that. But if one of the guys stepped to him, they could have thought, do you know what? Because socially, it's more acceptable for a man to hit a man. If he thumps me, bro, they could have been scared. I'm not trying to make.
Should I tell you why I feel like that reason makes sense, but not in this situation?
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
If he spoke to one of their man's brethren in that way, would they be quiet?
When you say bedroom, do you mean like
Their male friend.
their male
Yeah.
friend?
You'd be like, what? Don't talk.
Because they're so
Yeah, not
professional
my boy like that.
with your boy,
Yeah.
You get it?
What?
No,
Well, to be
I definitely
fair,
would have
like
applauded them if they stood up for him in that moment. But I just thought none of them did. Maybe they were physically scared. Like,
beta males, man.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, to me,
Yeah.
if you address the room like that, then what's actually happening in the room becomes secondary. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what I'm taking on board now is the way you told me to shut the fuck up and everything. Shut up. You know what I'm trying to say? Why you get your shit off and move all aggressive? And
Yeah,
if I just
scary
sit
out
here
there.
quiet, then it means I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I was saying.
That's
The
just
girl
not gonna
spoke
work.
up though. The girl spoke up more
Esther
for
said if you-
the other girl than any of the
Okay,
guys
yeah.
did. Because Esther was like, if you touch her,
Yeah.
so the girl spoke up more.
See, that's even yucky, man. No girl should have to be saying that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like if you touch her. And
Yeah.
whatever.
Should-
that
if
shouldn't
you-
even be a thought in
That runs-
anyone's
I
head.
just,
You know what I'm trying to say?
I just hate how it seems like people were genuinely
my
scared. Yeah, must get done out here for that.
Oh, bro, we should be finished now. 10 o'clock. I'm on point. I'm just.
Man said he's working overtime first day.
Yeah.
But you're right, because if you shout at Esther, even though we respect you, I feel like me and Disunomics would absolutely tell
Yeah,
you
but
off.
you, how could I be? How would I must I be moving for the words like Marks? If you
Yeah.
hit her, like
Yeah.
come out your mouth, like what? That's
Exactly.
even an option.
Yeah.
And it's
Like-
mad because she said he always comes at me with an intimidating energy,
And then he goes
and he
does
went
that.
ahead and intimidated.
No, that's
her.
not true. Let me intimidate you further.
Yeah, exactly. Let me confuse you. with what you just said.
That's one of them. You want me to show you intimidation?
I'll show you
Like,
intimidation.
If I was Nunu, I would have actually been. Do you know what's scary? I don't remember watching that episode, but I feel like a lot of people watched that episode in real time and probably didn't see it as what it was in that moment.
Yeah, because of what the show is, and they always shout.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that?
They've had a lot of
Do you think that
moments.
who it was may played a part on that?
It always plays a part on social media.
What do
No,
you
but I
mean?
mean
What-
that because it was that Nunu girl. She's
Yeah.
quite antagonizing and annoying. And
100%. Because that is not the first time that she's been bullied on that set. But because he's the one that's trending now, this is the clip that's come out. I don't know who might be next. I hope no one next.
yeah, but it doesn't
From
make
there,
it doesn't make
But
it
another
right.
one.
But that's how
it
social
definitely
media
doesn't.
happens.
But
And-
because it's her, they treat her. They don't respect her.
You think he could do that to Nella Rose and the internet won't throw up its arms in
Our
anger?
princess.
Do you,
Ooh, finish
do you
you,
get what I'm
right?
saying? So I feel like there is
Drag by your
there is
G-string.
an element of popularity. Like, do you say by your G-string?
Yes.
I'm out. There's an element of popularity that plays into these things, and that's why it's so hard to stay consistent. Because
Yeah.
you're right, it depends on who it's happening to, how the internet reacts.
Mhm.
That's a bit unfortunate, but it's worked in this.
Whoa,
So,
man, read
don't
the
know.
room.
Do you have
man.
any advice for him?
Huh? Just come off social media, man.
Mm.
Just stay away from women.
I think he's go quiet for a bit.
Fall back. That's me, man. They done it here, bro.
So
I feel like if he saw this, when he sees this, he's gonna really feel done out here, and I love that.
Hope so.
So that's what you need.
I don't know. I
Peace of
think
soul.
he has like this crazy. I don't. Oh, okay. Well, then let me finish my point because I think he has this thing that sometimes it seems like I don't know him at all, but it seems like if you're saying that to him, he would now come with even more vim. I don't feel like he really knows how to fall back.
Well, it's mad because this is what you got to understand. You got to take it. I probably don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I mean
Yeah.
none of us.
So-
do. I haven't had a conversation.
I don't.
That's, I don't know. This
see
is
him, I
not
wouldn't know
personal.
a
I'm just
thing.
telling you. So it's mad.
But this is probably how most people see it. So it's just
Well,
wild.
yeah, if I think like that, then so other people must think like that as well.
Yeah.
All right, then let's jump straight into the next segment. All right, cool guys. We've got some
Okay, bye.
sports for you.
Okay,
Oh.
we covered everything.
We've got some sports for you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ooh, get your shit off, sis.
Yeah, okay. Sports time.
Yay.
Sports. Yay, sport! Yay, he scored a goal. Sports news. Errol Spence Jr. has successfully defeated former champion Ugas. He is now the WBA, WBC, and IBF champion. Oi, oi. What does that mean, guys?
Big up you.
So in his division, which is the welterweight division, there's 4 belts. So he fought this brother. He beat. Do you know who Manny Pacquiao is?
Yeah. I know, man.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle spoke about him in a
Yeah.
comedy set.
I'm dead. So Errol Spence was actually meant to fight Manny Pacquiao to unify. Unify means that when 2 people own belts, they fight each other and the winner gets all the
All
belts.
of it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But he had an eye injury in training camp. So last minute, Ugas stepped in to fight Manny Pacquiao. And
Okay.
then beat Manny Pacquiao, took Manny Pacquiao's belt.
Oh.
So now
What's up?
Spence, obviously last week, had a fight with Ugas to see, okay, whoever wins.
So
gets
he's got all the belts
So
now.
yeah, he's got 3 of the 4 belts. So
Is this separate
Ain't
from
they unified? All of
Anthony
them. now?
Joshua?
no, he's in unified 3.
She's a separate
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Anthony
Actually,
Joshua.
Joshua's
Is
the
this-
heavyweight.
So
Oh,
is this inside the same competition?
No,
Industry.
no. It's the same industry. Do you get
Okay.
it?
Yes,
So-
I get it.
Also, he's the only one to unify the belts by beating the champions. So every belt that he's got, he beat the champion.
Yeah. Because sometimes man like vacate their belts.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, no, he's beat all the champions.
champions, yeah,
Yeah,
take the belts,
He's the
yeah.
only one that's done it like that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a big thing. I woke up just in time to watch the fight. It was a good fight.
Yo, you people that wake up in the middle of the night,
It's wild.
like werewolves, to watch fights.
Shit,
It's
like,
wild
what
to
was-
me.
You deserve the entertainment.
Nah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. He beat him so badly that the doctor had to stop it. He couldn't see out of
that's
both
mad.
eyes. Yeah. It was a flogging still.
All right, well, there's a bit more. With Spence defeating Ugas by toe knockout. TKO, right?
Technical knockout. Technical knockout.
Total?
Knockout is usually when they.
Do you know what's mad? When you said total, I was like, oh, he knocked him all the way out. I actually understood that. Oh, all the way out.
How do you
got
half knock
him.
somebody out?
even know.
So there's a knockout.
Total knockout.
Yo,
So
hire
cold.
me. When the new block are done with me, like, hire me because I don't know. I said toe knockout. That is so cute. I'm so attractive.
Yeah, so a
You
knockout, so a knockout is like, okay, cool. So I punch you up, not you, because I know you're a woman. Like I punch
Love that.
I punch Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan up. he hits the deck, the referee counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He doesn't get up. Or referee just looks at him. He's like, yo, like
He's done out.
he's done at it. Do you know what I mean? A technical knockout is like when the ref stops the fight. He's like, yo, this flogging that'd be too much.
It's too much.
Yes. That's
Man,
the-
all our enemies experience TKO.
Amen.
On Saturday, okay, so since Spence defeated Ugas by TKO on Saturday in a brilliant fight, we may see a fight sooner than we expected. Is that between Terrence
Y'all may see a fight sooner than you expected.
and Errol? So that's Terrence Crawford and
Yeah,
Errol
he's
Spence.
the...
Who's better looking? Not that I'm reducing it to,
No, but that's a way to get me interested.
Go on Google.
Oh, yeah, so
Oh, you're not allowed to have a say.
That's a big fight. The streets won it.
Yeah, the streets won that fight. It's a massive fight.
Say I want it too. Depending on what they look like.
Any of you lot going to
Fury.
White?
Are you inviting me? I heard these boxing events are proper social gatherings.
No,
like,
they're
really
I've
fun.
only been to
I
one.
also heard the tickets are really expensive.
Yeah.
I got quoted tickets that are ridiculous.
You got that.
Who got what? Mm-mm.
Well, I wanted to go, but the prices for the boxes were just too wild. I was like, nah, not for
the boxes. I think maybe that's the issue. You don't want to go as on a civilian tip. You don't want to go on a diva tip.
What's ringside? $4.5 grand or something?
Yeah.
You lot got that.
Can I just say that the other guy's cuter? Sorry,
The other-
it's my-
which
I was
one?
in my
Terrell
Googles.
or Terrence or
Crawford.
Are we being wrong right now? Because if this was the other way around, would this be seen as?
But it's not, so it's fine.
It's
Whatever,
not,
man.
exactly.
This is stored, man. I'm
This
gonna
is
have my
where we
day in
live.
the sun, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna, yeah.
So Terrence is.
Do it up, man. Do your thing. Do your
Wait,
thing.
just wait on it.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna keep the
It's the
same
best
energy.
He's setting us up.
Yeah,
I don't wanna hear
Setting us up.
nothing.
Letting us have it.
When people start coming, I'm just gonna give them references and be like,
Oh, wow.
where was
Season
where was
one.
your energy here?
Season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
I hate that
No.
that comeback though. That whole like, are you keeping the energy the same? Let today be today.
Let today be like live in the moment.
Yeah, live in the moment.
Heck.
No, because they're gonna try to cancel me, not you.
All right, this month is actually a great month for boxing. On the weekend, we get to see Tyson Fury back in the ring. He will be fighting Brixton's own Dillian
Dillian
Whyte.
Whyte.
Yeah, that's it.
Say the white guy because he's white.
Thanks, Marks, for saying that earlier. But yes, I'm excited.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
I'm excited. I'm not gonna watch it.
So
Yeah.
why are you excited?
I'm looking forward to you lot's excitement talking about it.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
can-
so like even like that's a British fight as well. Like something like that, you wouldn't even just watch. You
I'm
wouldn't,
not gonna
I
lie.
don't like watch-
everyone's gonna be watching.
I don't like violence. I can't watch fight.
I like violence.
You said you wanted to slap Viola
That's different,
Davis.
that's me.
You said to
No,
slap
I would never
Viola
say
Davis
Auntie.
for doing her
Stop
job.
it.
For doing her
I
job.
was
Not have to get
Michelle.
away with murder.
Yeah.
As if I was Michelle. Exactly.
Do
She
you-
would murder my ass.
Do you watch Anthony Johnson?
get away
fight?
with it.
No, I don't.
Okay, so here's the thing. You don't really.
You thought you were going to
perturb
catch me
this.
out. No, he thought he was going to catch me out when he
I will
just
watch
asking.
it if it's happening when the sun is up, and it seems like
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of these.
yeah.
No boxing don't happen in daytime.
But why is it a vampire event? I don't.
It's not. It's
Why
because-
can't it?
It's
Up like a
because
fox.
it's a different country. If it's an English fight,
Oh,
the fight's
okay.
not going to be at 5 in the morning. It's gonna be
Okay.
at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, I just thought that was the time.
You seem
to do it.
extremely
There's time
irritable.
difference.
No, but I just thought like, yeah, but I didn't think of that.
Is he king of boxing? He seems really like you
He
can.
knows a lot about it.
I'm not because I know about time difference.
No, because you know about the boxing industry.
Like if now that you lot seem so passionate, what happens is that if you lot talk about it passionately, I'll be like, oh, do you know what? Let me
Let me,
check it.
yeah,
And then one day maybe you lot will be like, Koi, we're doing we're watching it.
We're
It
hosting
might- yeah.
an
Then me and
event,
Esther will
a boxing
come
event.
through, we'll fall in love with it. We'll say, yo, it's
Check out the
because of
cute
these
guys
guys
that's
that's
up
up
you
there.
attacking?
But
Why
this
you attacking us?
attitude here is really it's putting me off. I can't lie.
Do you know what? It's not what we're saying, it's how you're receiving it.
Yeah, oh my fuck.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying.
So you,
Come for us,
so you
we've got vaginas.
so you understand now. You understand now.
Whatever.
Vaginas are winning.
You thought you got me.
All right,
I might
cool.
say that.
And then that's the sports segment. Like, it was thrilling. Is there more to it?
I think we learned something though.
Oh, do you think Dillian Whyte could give Fury his first L?
No.
Fury's very tall, innit?
Yeah, Fury's too tall.
Do you
Fury's
know-
6'9".
Do you know what I like about Fury?
What?
His wife. She seems so supportive and
I
like
don't know if
she
that's Molly
loves
May.
him.
Solomant.
Molly
What?
May is his young
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah, I clocked.
Yeah.
But when you said the
She-
wife, I was like, oh, the
She seems to stand. I feel like she's his source of energy. Am I romanticizing that? I don't know.
100%.
Okay, good night.
No,
Well,
no,
that's the end
no,
of the
no, but
segment.
yeah, I do like her vibe though.
I like
do
her vibe. It's
yeah.
like I'm down for my. I think she'll get into her
But you know,
rockers.
but you know when you have like a powerful man, like you have to stand accordingly. Like you have to
it's
carry
really-
yourself shoulders.
Well,
It's
what-
very
Did
attractive.
you see the way that she looked at him when he won one fight one time? She was like, it was like, we're about to have another one. Like it was. I was like,
Love it.
He
Black
punches man up and wins belts and then sings to her in the ring. Cool, she's rating it. Like, that's different.
Okay, quick question, ladies. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if like cool? You're chatting to a guy. Yeah, he's ticking all the boxes. He's like, oh yeah, man's on this
Oh,
MMA
no.
thing. Yeah.
He lost the fight.
The man's got a fight. He's getting fists up.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I'm
sorry.
actually. I feel like I wouldn't cancel him out for that.
That's good.
I
You're better than me.
wouldn't cancel-
You're a better girl than I am.
I wouldn't cancel him out for that.
I'm out.
It's because it's a logical fact. There's somebody that's stronger than you.
And I don't want that to be someone else that's not my man.
Oh, so you're saying even if your man just shouldn't get into passer?
I don't want that. I
He's
think
got
that's
full
a-
judgment if he gets into a fight.
I think that's I like.
But
a
maybe
logical
that's
man.
what the man with the Mark Cuban thing.
No, they
were
weren't
just
logical.
like-
They weren't logical. Don't apply to those ones.
Fair.
But I think I can't see you lose a fight. I would never be able to get rid
Yeah, but
You
it's
gotta
babes,
close
it's
your
my job.
eyes.
Like, where do you think the LV bag came from?
Oh, you mean like he's a boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, I can deal with that.
that's
Oh,
right, yeah.
But okay,
get
but
me a
okay.
Chanel
That
purse.
would
I
be
forget
hard.
all about
I
it.
don't date road. I don't date anyone who puts their life in danger. I.e., roadmen, firemen, policemen, or boxers.
Boxers.
Unless
But
you
what,
just
so what if it's like multiple fights? Like you get to losing bare fights.
Oh, he's having a hard time.
I just feel like, oh, babe, like, do
Are
you
you
want to do this? Like, do you think that career change, maybe? Any other talents, any other hobbies, skills that we might explore? She's like,
Maybe the same.
because that's embarrassing. I probably stop coming to your game.
No, you won't stop. Esther, you wouldn't.
I can't see you get beat up every time. Come,
Do you know
give me
you
a
got
break.
you got
Me
to
too, I'm
close your
getting beat up,
eyes.
you know.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
I think it'll be drink break.
Who was having a fight? It was a black dude, and he was losing. He was like, since day one, something like that. He said, he's a boxer.
To this day.
He's black. Till this day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When he was losing, his missus looked like she was listening to a sad Drake song. Like she was that. She
That's
looked
a lot
so
to
sad.
take, you know. I will
But
do
it
drink
looks
break,
hard.
and I'll meet you in the back room.
But I even
When you're
think
done.
football looks hard. Like it just, I don't know. It all looks like really tough physically on the body. But
I think
Yeah,
rugby players.
yeah. But then you like that shit. You like
What?
the violence.
I like
If you
a-
date a rugby player,
I was gonna say you like rugby, man. You like rugby, man.
No, she's saying like if you date a rugby.
I see you.
But let's jump straight into our next segment.
How already?
Fuck it up. We gotta thank our guests for coming on. Yo, beautiful people. Yo, beautiful people. So that has been, guys, introduce yourselves. This was our first episode.
Then we exit with that. What do you mean?
That is the outro.
Why
now.
can't you be the iPad hella close?
And then she just did like an auntie at a pool party. The heck?
As you lot can see, yeah, I think I read most of this, but I think the
No,
last
you
two
didn't,
segments. So anyway, guys, how did you find the show?
This was amazing.
Yeah,
It was
fun,
good.
innit?
Great
It was
vibes.
actually fun. Do you not think it wasn't going to be fun?
I knew it was gonna be fun. You guys are great vibes.
It was an early morning start for me. I'm glad though. This was amazing.
Yeah, because you're nice and we're ready for the day now.
Yeah.
Conquer the day.
No, this was good.
Yeah.
Thanks to our guest for great interview.
They're not gonna get what I say.
They're not. They're really not.
And yo, thank you everyone for tuning in to the first episode. I know for
Yes.
a fact that if you have tuned in at any point, there's something for you guys to come back for.
Yeah.
Whether it's done out here with the amazing Marg, 6 foot something of pure temptation, or close enough. Whether it's Disunomics Daily with Disunomics, who actually ripped me off for the first part because your explanation of Priti Patel and all of that was amazing and really
Yeah.
informative, as well as the whole uni stuff. Now I know we're done out here, so it's fine. And the beautiful Esther with
Oh, God.
Word on the Road?
Word on road, girl. It
Word
sounds
on
so
Road.
formal when you
I'm
say
so,
that.
I'm so sorry, but you
Word on
did.
Road.
That was my thank you, babe. Don't let anybody know that. That was my favourite segment. You did amazing, and obviously the juicy choir that ran through the whole thing.
Yes, you
Feel
did
a
amazing,
sweet
girl.
one. No eyelashes,
You
but
did.
boy.
There's something lit.
Something lit. All right, and shout out to, and obviously our production. Shout out to you guys as well. You lot
Yes.
did good. But yes, guys, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. You're gonna get clips. You're gonna get teasers. You're gonna get tons of amazing little bits. Make sure you head over to our Patreon. Give me a second.
You know what I'm thinking? Just to cut in, I think I want to give them a whole week. Yeah, give them a whole week so they can
Content
actually,
so great.
yeah, and then after that week, we will basically tell them if it is you want to continue. Then
Isn't this live?
That was an exclusive.
Isn't
yeah,
live?
this is live. Yeah,
All right then.
It's what we do, man.
Okay.
That's what we do over here.
All right then.
TDA, the new
Well,
black.
you heard what that sexy voice just told you.
Okay.
He
wanted to be heard.
voice.
Because he could have typed this to us. But
You know what I mean?
I'm
Sounding like a mysterious girl. Do you know what I mean? We love it.
Alright,
We love it. But yeah, make sure you head over to our Patreon. Whatever Brent said, I was too distracted by his deep voice to really listen because I was objectifying him. And for those who wish to inquire about the show, wish to feature on the show, product placements, free wigs, make sure you email the team.
No, we're not
playing
joking.
games. This is 6
We're not
a.m.
playing.
rising. I'm waking up at 6
And you can say we will say the
and we will listen.
Okay.
We got you right. Email the team at the day after that. That's the day after. At the new black. BLXCK.com. Dyslexic things. We love it.
Period.
But yeah, that's it, man. It was a pleasure, guys.
Yes, it was so much fun.
Just
Back tomorrow.
Yeah, just like hundreds and hundreds more episodes to go. We
Amen
love
to
it.
that. Amen to that.
All right, guys. That's
We
the
out.
day after. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
I love it.